There we go. I have music going for us for a little bit. We're listening to some Mechanicus, as you can see, while we wait for this preview to begin. Hello, everybody. I am Angela, and welcome to this very, 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 very early stream. It is 5:30 in the morning for me. I see that for some of you, it is lovely in the afternoon at 2:28 p.m. Mercurion, let me tell you, sir, I am jealous of how in the afternoon it is for you because, good lord, it is super, super early for me and I am sleepy. But I'm also very much ready for finding out about the old world today. I don't know why I went evil there, but hello, Toy Painter and Oliver and Unpainted Lead. Oh my god, I can't read today, guys. This is gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough preview. Oh my, 8:30 on the East Coast. You know what? That's still better than where we are right now at 5:30 in the morning. 7:30, so you must be like middle of the country then, Toy Painter. Got it. Guys, I'm really excited for how many of you are already here hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a great time. Oliver and Havman and Thor Dalim, I probably pronounced that wrong. Thor, I'm just gonna call you Thor. Is that okay? Is that cool? Mercurion Toy Painter 1, Lux Hobbies, Unpainted Lead Syndrome, Michael, hello everybody. John L, hello, hello, hello. Oh man, you're lucky it's super late at night for you, sir. Dalton, good morning. I am ready for this. I'm excited to actually see some non-40k stuff. As much as I have been enjoying everybody spamming the internet with Leviathan and all the new Tyranids and everybody hyped about their new Space Marines, I do like seeing some of the other like game systems get some love. And considering we've got Underworld in here, Old World in here, and Horus Heresy, which tends to have some pretty good stuff, plus Age of Sigmar always has good miniatures, and honestly so does Warcry because it's all in that same lineup, I'm expecting some pretty good things. Lord Krabby, hello! Somehow that's even better. Okay, good. Well, Thor, I'm glad, because otherwise I'll probably continue to butcher your name, so I'll take that. Oh my god, do you actually... Oh, dude. If we get a Cetra reveal today, I would flip my shit. Free Radio Armageddon, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh, it is Calmondo. It's 7th. I know they have us up so early today. I don't know why they decided to do this random stream, this preview in the middle of the day. Like, I guess it's not so bad. It means my day gets started really early. While I have you guys all here, while we're waiting for this shenanigans to begin, let me give you a little bit of a heads up. Normally, I do stream on Saturdays starting at 1 p.m. However, I'm not doing that today. I have decided that because not only have I gotten up super bloody early and I am already feeling tired, but there is also a wrestling pay-per-view today. For those of you that are fans of not Warhammer 40k, that would not be irrelevant. Although Shayna's in it, so technically it's still relevant. But for those of you that are fans of WWE, Money in the Bank is today. And I think it starts at like the morning time for me because it's in the UK, so I think it's gonna end up starting like at like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. for me or something like that. So I'm really excited for that. So because of that, we're not going to be doing an afternoon stream today. We're just going to be doing the one today. I apologize, but it's okay. We'll get back to normal streaming starting next week, of course, getting back to it. It'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. Money in the Bank. It's going to be so good. I'm very excited. I've got my Asuka shirt on. Check it out. The Empress of Tomorrow. My lady. I love her so much. Money in the Bank. Woo, woo, woo. All right. Joshua, I'm doing excellent despite the extremely early morning. It is 5:35 in the morning right now, and I am honestly a little bit sleepy. But I have gotten the cats fed, so hopefully they will not be screaming during the entire stream. That will be fantastic. Yeah, it's going to be a good day, I think. I'm really excited for everybody in London who might be going to Money in the Bank today. That is super, super fun sounding. I'm gonna be watching it, obviously. As a wrestling mark, I am totally going to be watching it later. But yeah, Money in the Bank is later. So we've got this great Warhammer preview where I expect to be marveled and wowed with glorious miniatures. And then afterwards, a little later in the morning, I'm gonna watch Money in the Bank. And then for the rest of the day, it's going to be chill. And honestly, I think Chaos Cultist has some plans to play some more Final Fantasy 16 later. And while he's doing that, I'm going to continue putting green on my NIDs so that the next time I actually do stream, we will definitively be on the purple part and we won't have to worry about it. It's starting 9 p.m. European time, 8 p.m. UK time. Let's see, 8 p.m. for you guys in the London, in the, you know, the UK. 8 p.m. BST to my time, please. Okay, so it's going to start at noon for me. Excellent. Well, that still actually really means that we probably won't be having a stream because, as we all know, WWE pay-per-views are infinitely long at this point, and it'll cut into when I would be streaming, so we're definitely going to be skipping our hobby stream today. I do apologize, but it's fine. We're going to talk about hobby things right now. Oh yeah, Cody, of course Cody's main eventing every pay-per-view. He is, that was his whole point of going back to WWE, is he just wants to be a main eventer and like have the championship, etc, 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 which I totally respect, but I just feel like they've gone about it in an absolutely horrid way. I might have Russell Talk on while I'm watching. We normally tend to, for especially the WWE pay-per-views. AEW, we tend to not have them on just because we're too busy watching that, whereas with the WWE ones, sometimes we're like doing other things, so we'll keep them on to have extra commentary. But yeah. Dude, I didn't think the AEW pay-per-view didn't, like, I know it was, I think 5 hours, like Forbidden Door was really long. And it was longer, I think, than some of their other ones have been. But for me, at least, it didn't feel, like that particular pay-per-view, at least, Forbidden Door didn't feel that long. I mean, Roman's opening, like, Roman's entrance is going to take a half an hour, so it's fine. That just tacks on some of the time to it. Which is honestly the case sometimes with a lot of their entrances occasionally. They all have these, like, extendedly long entrances just, I think, to get more screen time. Another 20 minutes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm excited. I'm really, really hyped. Let's see. Are they even doing anything? No, they're not even doing anything yet. I do have Twitch open. I just figured we'd have looking at what exactly is coming potentially today before we get to see that. So I personally, Michael, because I agree. What is everyone waiting to see on today's preview? I personally, it probably is going to come as no surprise, but I'm most interested in whatever we're getting for the old world. I want to see more Tomb Kings. I want to see more Bretonians. I'd love for them to actually like hint at what some of the other factions that they're going to be working on might be so that we can have a little bit of clarification. Because, ooh, what? Who's loud? Me? Am I loud? Oh, you're just correcting. Your crowd is loud. I gotcha, Joshua. Did you go to SmackDown in, like, I assume because they've had some shows there in the UK, like, leading up to it. Because now that I say it, I don't think I watched SmackDown last night. No, I definitely did not. Oh, Steve Nally, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I can speak words, I promise. Unpainted Lead Syndrome, you're looking most forward to the Old World and Horus Heresy. I think that's pretty much me too. Like, of all of these, I am looking forward to Underworlds. I will say I am also looking forward to Underworlds because I do tend to like what they do for those minis, and they tend to give you a little bit more unique designs because it is a secondary system rather than their main system, and I swear they just let their artists go a little bit more wild on their secondary systems. Good morning, Sean! Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a lovely morning so far. It is bright and early. I just realized I left my water in the other room. Hold on, everybody. I will be right back. I need hydration. I have returned. I also, in my loudness, as I told you guys that I was leaving to go get water, I accidentally said it so loud that I woke up the Chaos Cultist. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. Good. Does everybody have their coffee if it's early in the morning, their caffeine if it is later in the afternoon, and their, I don't know what you would drink in the evening time to not make yourself stay up super late. So we're going to say water. Your water for the evening time. I don't know what other beverages. Your beer, your alcohol. Who has a drink? I don't know why I didn't think of alcohol first. Probably because I don't drink it much. Yeah, no, Michael, I'm with you there. I really want to see old world stuff the most as well. I think that's... Outside of Warhammer 40k, old world is definitely the thing that they have that has me most interested. As much as I do really like the Horus Heresy models, I'm not invested in, like, learning the game or anything like that, so Whereas Old World, I want to learn that game. I want to see what that game is going to end up being. You got your Pepsi for punk? Oh. No. That's fine. You and Pepsi Phil can enjoy your Pepsi together. Pepsi to me is so, like, I can't drink Pepsi or Coke. My sodas are strictly Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew. That is pretty much the only sodas you will ever see me drinking. I will occasionally do Orange Fanta if there is neither of those two other options available, because Orange Fanta's pretty good. But, like, those are the three. Those are, like, the three sodas that I will drink. Pepsi is so gross to me. The aftertaste is just, ugh. But the same thing with Coke. Like, both of them, I just really, really hate the aftertaste. Mercarion, you asked, will Finn Balor defeat Seth Rollins and Damian Priest and win the briefcase? Will Finn Balor defeat Seth Rollins and Priest wins the briefcase and cashes in on Balor? I don't know if... That is an excellent question. That's an excellent question. Okay, let me actually look, because I can't remember everybody that's in the Money in the Bank match today. Men's Money in the Bank 2023. Who all is in this? Who all is in this? Why are there no pictures of the card? I just want images of the goddamn card. Oh, no. I hate to break this to you. I forgot Logan Paul was in it. Guys, I have a sneaking suspicion that Logan Paul is going to be winning the Money in the Bank. I just genuinely do. Dr. Pepper's so good. Dr. Pepper, in my opinion, is just so good. But you know what? You guys in Europe have the better Dr. Pepper, and I'm fucking jealous. So when I did my study abroad in France, because the only sodas that I really drink are Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, and Europe certainly is not going to have, like, France was not going to have Mountain Dew available for me. So I was like, okay, well, I'm hoping they're going to have Dr. Pepper as some sort of caffeine, or not that Dr. Pepper actually has caffeine in it, but as some sort of sugary drink to satisfy my palate, because otherwise I probably would have just drank nothing but hot chocolate and water while I was there, because I don't do wine and I don't really do beers or anything, so, like, alcoholic beverages were really out. And also, some of that stuff was, like, hard liquor, which is the one thing I do drink, was super fucking expensive in Europe. I don't know why it's so expensive over there, but it was. Yeah, it's all the high fruit. There's no high fructose corn syrup in Dr. Pepper. Got it. Well, the point is, the thing that I was going to say is I had German Dr. Pepper. And it, you know, like how Dr. Pepper claims to have, like, 23 flavors or whatever nonsense in it, or, like, whatever ridiculous number of flavors? I actually believed it when I drank the German Dr. Pepper. Like, it was so good. It was so flavorful, and I really, really liked it. And I still like the American stuff, but it's not the same. It is just purely not the same. French coffee was so hard to get used to. Why was French coffee hard to get used to? I don't like coffee in general because it's very bitter to me. So I've not really, like, I don't know what the difference would be. You know what? Is it Knut or Nut? I don't actually know. Burhend. Knut Burhend? Nut Burhend? I don't know. But I agree with you, sir. I think LA Knight should be the winner, but I definitely think they're going to put it on Logan Paul. I really, really, really think they're going to put it on Logan Paul. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Mercurian. I think Triple H also wants LA Knight to go. I think Damian Priest winning it would be really cool. The reason that, yeah, I completely agree with the storyline there, because Priest is with Balor in Judgment Day, I think there could be some interesting narrative there. And Judgment Day is super hot. Like, the whole faction is super hot right now. So it wouldn't surprise me, and I'd be delighted if they actually did that, but I really think they're going to go with Logan Paul. I think, let's see, who's the women's Money in the Bank? Because I don't remember. I like how I typed into Google ends Money in the Bank. Thankfully, it still got it, but I didn't spell men's correctly. All right, let's see. It's either, for the women, it's either going to be Becky or Io, I think. Becky actually has touched the Money in the Bank briefcase, right? Like, she's climbed up and, like, touched it. Or was that Seth? Pete Dunne winning it would be amazing. I would love for Pete Dunne to win it. I love him. He's so good. I have him currently, so I'm playing GM mode with Chaos Cultist on Thursdays, and Pete is one of my on my roster. I picked him. I drafted him. He's one of my faves. Steve, when you were young 1,000 years ago, my man. First of all, just want to say, for being 1,000 years old, looking great. You had warm Dr. Pepper with orange slices in the wintertime? Were you actually, like heating it? Or was it, like, when you say warm, are you talking, like, well, I guess if it's wintertime, room temperature would be really cold. So you must have been heating it. Interesting. That honestly kind of sounds good. Sean, thank you for the $5 for my next Dr. Pepper. You are very generous, sir. I think Io should win, too. Ooh, you think Bailey might take it, though. That's true. It could be Bailey. It could be Bailey. That'd be interesting. I think Io might be doing it, though. I think it's going to either be Io or Becky. Because, like... yeah, that could be interesting. But I do think Bailey winning it would be cool. Tempest, you've nearly completed your Deathwing Blade Guard Veterans? Oh my gosh, I am so excited to hear that. Is it good? I've never tried heating it. So you, like, heat it in, like, the... well, okay. You don't add anything to it, though. Because, like, with hot chocolate, you're, like, heating milk or water and then adding chocolate to it. So you're just heating it, like, in the microwave. You want Vega to win? Joshua... does she also ignite your weeb heart? Because she does for me. I love how many times she's cosplayed Rengoku in, like, just live. It's so good. I hope Shayna is in some Space Marine themed gear today. I hope she is in, because she's on, she is I actually don't remember. Is Shayna and what's her fucking face? Rhonda. Sorry, I forgot her name for a second. I don't like Rhonda, so I forgot her name. Lord Krabby, no problem. I'm so sorry you have to get to work. Hopefully you can watch this afterwards and catch up on what you missed in regards to the Warhammer preview reveals. Have a good day at work, sir. You want Charlotte, you don't want Charlotte, Mercurian. Okay, I was about to say, if you want Charlotte to beat Asuka, we're gonna have some words and maybe some fisticuffs, because I want Asuka to maintain. I really want Asuka to maintain. My Empress, I love her so much. I have loved her. I didn't know her much as Kana. Like, I did not see her as, like, I didn't watch that much of her prior to her coming to NXT, so I didn't see her as Kana-chan, but I've loved her ever since she stepped foot and graced the presence of NXT, or graced NXT with her presence, because holy shit, she's just so cool. Oh, is she gonna do a Dragon Ball Z thing on her? That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be really fun. I love most of her ring gear because she tends to do thematic stuff that tends to be cosplay-esque. She is great like that. You want Dana to take out Ronda? I would love for Dana Brooke to take out Ronda. I would love for anybody to take out Ronda Rousey. Let's be honest. You know what I actually... I just realized what I really want. I want Shayna Baszler. I hate in women's matches you were my best friend and you betrayed me, but holy cow, I would not care if I got a friend betrayal where Shayna Baszler was like, I'm done with you. I'm tired of coming out to the song that you stole from another wrestler because you're unoriginal. I want you to just go away and leave me alone. Fuck off, lady. And I want her to betray Ronda Rousey. And I want her to crush her. Oh my god, it would be so good. Oh, is she running through everybody on up, up, down, down? That's awesome. Lord Jazoy Jua? I'm gonna call you Lord Jazz. I'm gonna shorten, I apologize, I'm shortening your name. I'm gonna call you Lord Jazz. Hello, Lord Jazz. I know, Edward, it would be epic. I would love for Shane, like, I don't really like the friend betrayal scenario for the women's division because it's just so much, it happens so much, but in this instance, I would take it because I love Shayna and I hate Ronda and I just want to see Shayna beat up Ronda. I have never watched Girls und Panzer. I have heard of it. I am familiar with what it is. I think I've seen mostly memes, and so I don't know if dialogue from those is like legit or if I think it's mostly like fan sub stuff. But I am familiar with it, and I have a Panzer that I'm wanting to paint, and I might end up doing something tied to that. But I need to look into it a little bit first because I've not watched it at all. Batista, he was so good. He was so good. I really liked him. So when I got into wrestling, he was on his way out. So I mostly got to see like people jiving him for like Blutista and all these various things and like making fun of him, which I didn't understand because I thought it was really good and I wanted him to do more. Hello, Go For It Painting. But yeah, no, I'm sad to see that he has gone and I don't think he's really planning on coming back. Although his acting career is doing phenomenal for him. So I'm very happy that seems like he's having a really good time. Neil, I'm so glad you were able to make it to today's live stream. I did enjoy Forbidden Door. I really, really enjoyed Forbidden Door. And no, I have not played Fight Forever yet. I have watched a little bit of other people play Fight Forever. Like I've watched the, Russell Talk had their like tournament thing yesterday and I watched a little bit of that. But I've not tried it myself yet. It looks fun though. Like I don't know if I would play it for a super long time, but I do like the sort of arcade brawlery-esqueness of it. I like that you're not having to go through a bunch of things like you do in, not in GM mode, but in 2K23, where like, there's a bunch of other stuff. They're like, no, just get into the wrestling, pick your wrestlers and go. And I do enjoy that. All right, let's check on, because we are getting close. They're not doing anything yet. But we do have this. So let's go ahead. I'm going to stop our music. Doesn't look like they have music on yet, but it's starting soon. So we'll go ahead and wait here. I'm going to close their chat because I don't care. And I figured it opens up the screen for us a little bit more. Would Trazen the Infinite have the original Pokemon theme as his own theme? I don't know. Possibly. They were up for 30 seconds and then stopped the stream. Excellent. We're missing a bunch? We're missing a bunch of what? Doesn't seem like anything's going on quite yet.
What is that?
That, my friend, is the
All right, we've got an ad. Maybe they are on. Was it just not refreshed?
But what is that?
I have no idea, but
I mean, that is a clown doing balloon animals, a contortionist, and somebody juggling on a unicycle. Why is that difficult for that person to understand? I don't watch normal TV, so normal ads are fucking weird to me.
Roasted peppers. New Dunkin' wraps. America runs on Dunkin'.
They were up for 30 seconds and stopped. Okay. All right. We're back to starting soon, but we have sound this time. Okay. Okay. I'm glad. I was worried that we like had missed a bunch because I wasn't paying attention to the time. Do you think in over a month we will have to do, or do you think in over a month we have all into, oh yeah, all in. Sorry. I wasn't reading that as a proper noun. I was just reading that as part of the sentence. To think in over a month we will have all in to look forward to. Omega versus Osprey needs to have, I agree. I mean, that would be phenomenal. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Dude, some new Mark III armor would be really cool. That would be really, really cool. All right. Should be beginning soon. I do not want to sign up. Warhammer, it's fine. Let's go full screen. There we go. Now we're full screen. We're good. We're set up. We are set up. Chaos Dwarves! Yes. 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 I agree. Sly Wizardry, I would also like them to show us Chaos Dwarves. That would be phenomenal. I just noticed the no Primaris Lieutenants allowed. So if any of you are Primaris Lieutenants, get the fuck out. You're not allowed to be here, according to Games Workshop. Go! Some new Primarch sculpts would be cool. Some new Primarch sculpts, especially for, like, Horus Heresy, would be very, very cool. Yeah, no, you're right. It would have to be for Horus Heresy, because we're not getting anything for 40k today. So yeah, it definitely would have to be. Dark Elves for the Old World would be loved. I don't know if we're gonna get Old World Dark Elves, because isn't there... I thought Games Workshop had said at some point that... I don't remember if it was on a preview or if it was in an article, so I apologize if this is not accurate, but I swear they had mentioned that if the army exists in AOS, they're not making it. So, like, we're not gonna get vampire counts, for example, because you've got the Soul Blight Gravelords. So because we have Marathi and like those Dark Elves, I don't know if we're gonna be getting it, but like seeing Malachi come back would be amazing. Hello, from someone's from Germany? Or is there just somebody named Germany? Because you're saying, hey, Germany? Little Mo 85? Or little Mo 85? I don't know. Hello and greetings. I bet you're right. I bet we will be getting Khan on the bike. Did we all, like, they have stopped playing music. It's not me. They have stopped. Yes, please do hit that like button if you're enjoying this. That would be lovely. You know what? I'm going to check. I'm going to pop on the stream elsewhere, and I'm going to see how many of you there are, because nothing on my OBS setup fracking tells me, and I wish it would. That would be awesome. Let's refresh this page, please. Refresh my page. There's 82 of you! Holy shit! Hello, everybody! Hello! Okay, their stream stopped? Okay, good. I'm glad that it's not just me, because I also thought... Let's see. I'm gonna see what their chat's saying. Nothing. Alright, everybody else is saying it's broken. F's in chat for the GW stream. Clearly they're having difficulties today. Clearly they're having difficulties. It is mostly F's in their chat. I understand that completely. You know what? Let's, while they're struggling, let's just go ahead and we'll just keep their chat open so we can keep an eye on What's going on? Welcome to the chat room. Twitch couldn't contain all the unbelievably cool reveals. They're ridiculous. It's the second time it's happened. They must be having issues. Heath, welcome. Welcome from Oklahoma. Awesome. I think I've only ever driven through Oklahoma. I don't know if I've, like, stopped in Oklahoma. Pretty countryside, though. Probably their Stream Master resigned. You know what? I wouldn't put it past them. I would not put it past them. Oh, it's the second time it's happened. Well, listen, sometimes they have issues, right? It does seem like it's just a bunch of people wigging out at them in chat. It's funny. Well, it's fine. It's not like it's super early and we don't have other things to do later, Games Workshop. Let's get this shit started. I like how somebody in there in Twitch's chat just said that they've been eaten by the Leviathan Tyranids. That might have been accurate. Maybe they've just been consumed and turned into biomass. Beer Chaser, good day from Australia indeed. What time is it in Australia for you right now? Oh, are we getting something? I just saw like something change. It's you know what? I don't feel so bad when I have stream struggles, when I see this happen. When I see the multi-billion-dollar company also have stream struggles. Oh, they probably do have some grots in the machinery. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, GW, we have things to do. We want to see these cool previews and then get the fuck out so that we can go do other things. Oh no, oh no, no, no. It's 11 p.m. for you, Beer Chaser. Super late at night, super early in the morning for me, so I feel your pain. At least you get to go to bed after this. I, on the other hand, well, I mean, I got something fun to do, but I'm gonna be tired during it. It'll be fine though. Yeah, we do need to send some AdMech priests over there. Have you guys, they clearly, they have done what I have done, and they have not properly praised the machine spirit. They have not brought out the proper incense or oils and rubbed the machine down properly to give it a nice, lovely massage to get it going so that it can maintain and perform for the stream. Yeah, we have tanks to build and we have things to look at. Come on, Games Workshop, what are you doing? Refresh? You got it. You got it. We were refreshing. There we go. Well, I got an ad. I'm sorry. As soon as the ad's over, it's beginning. Okay. It's okay. I've refreshed. I've refreshed. Let's go. Let's go. Get past these ads. I can't skip them. I can't skip them. Fuck you, Twitch. Fuck you, Twitch, and your stupid ads.
This is Paris, expert on what's hot.
Need something spicy?
Wow.
Just order.
I didn't know Paris Hilton was doing shit still.
You're welcome for
Please. I don't care about this blonde lady. I just want to see... Go. Okay. All right. It's fine. Everything's good. They were just probably finding out where everybody was from anyways. But we're good. It's 4 p.m. in Kuwait right now. Dang. Nice.
Where you're watching from. If you're tuning in from somewhere around the world, it's always nice to see where you guys are choosing to Warhammer at the moment. And also, let us know what hobby you're up to at the moment while you're watching. Alex, what's your hobby?
All right, I'm going to close their chat because we don't care anymore. We're going to full screen them. Let me know how they sound. Are they loud enough for you guys? Or do I need to turn them up?
Very nice. Very cool. So I've also been painting some of the game that we shall not name. But I have also been playing quite a lot of Warhammer Age of Sigmar recently. Been playing my crew.
If they can't say the word 40k during the stream, it's going to be a very long stream. Considering chat's going to constantly reference it.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Just have a look at where everyone's tuning in for at the moment. We've got loads of people. I can't even follow the comments. They're zipping past. Australia.
It's almost like have an internationally loved game.
Yeah, thanks for tuning. Thanks ever so much for tuning in, guys.
Tiny bit quiet. Okay, let me pop them a little bit more.
Alex, what are you excited about seeing today? Have you got any things to your IPs or worlds or?
They could be a bit louder. Okay, I just turned them up a little bit. Please let me know if that is better or if they are still too soft.
Age of Sigmar, little bit of the old world, as you said, and a little bit for the Horus Heresy. There's a few things coming up.
You don't care how loud they are. You just want to see the goods, Michael. I get you.
Yeah, if
I
you
get you.
guys are on social media, and I assume you probably are because you're sitting there on a Twitch right now, we did put out a little bit of a teaser on our Warhammer Facebook and our Warhammer Twitter about 2 hours ago. So if you've not seen that already, it might be worth just poking your head in, quickly giving it a watch and seeing if you can decipher it. It's pretty subtle. I think it's pretty subtle. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I saw. It's too soft still? Okay, hold on.
We've got loads of really fun stuff.
How's that?
Yeah, I think I'm quite excited for some Mortal Realm stuff. So I'm loving Age of Sigmar at the moment.
Oh yeah, no, I figured I'm plenty loud. I'm always loud. I have volume control
I'm quite
problems.
excited about Cities of Sigmar.
Yeah,
quite excited. I think that's a really big thing for the Mortal Realms to finally see the mortals, the humans.
Indeed.
All right, hold on.
Fantastic stuff.
Let me.
And then
we did
a couple of little reveals have come out on Warcom since then.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the chat. Lots of skates. Some people have mentioned.
You can't hear them at all. Still soft.
Might have some skates.
How is that? Is that better?
Giving away a little bit of
There's
something.
Some teasers. Quite a lot of people excited about seeing some old world stuff. Yeah. That's exciting. There are some silhouettes as well up at the moment on the Warhammer community website of some of the things that you might see. So you might be able to decipher them.
I'm being quiet so I can let you guys hear them.
Well.
To see how it is.
Before we get stuck in, we're also joined by Raf, who
no change
tech together. So thank you, Raf, for making all that work. And we've got Natalie in the moderating, keeping all you guys in line on the Twitch there as well. So
you guys can hear them better now. Okay. Are we good? We good? Better? Right. Everybody's saying better.
Pleasantries.
That's good.
Indeed. We can probably dive in to our very first preview. So, Raf, take us away.
Steve, I'm so glad that you listen. I do that all the time, where I'm like, I'm gonna gesture and no one can see me, and it's fine. It's totally, I get it. We've seen all of these guys, though, right? Whoa! 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 I want that box set.
So
I want that box set.
The Cities of Sigmar.
It's too loud?
Some glorious new miniatures on the way. So there is a new launch box to tell you about today, and also an incredible new character. So let's have a look at the launch box first. Some of the models that are in this we've seen before.
Oh my god, look at this box set.
But much like we've seen with some of the other really significant major army releases for Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40,000, the first place you'll be able to get hold of some of these.
These are so cool looking.
Is going to be in this box set. Alex, what can you tell us about this set?
So as you said, we've seen some of these before.
Do we get the rider though?
We've seen the steel helms down there, and we've had the marshal and the relic envoy that was, I believe, revealed on Warcom.
I believe so, yeah. But a lot of models in this set.
Indeed, and there is a few that we haven't seen before. So you'll notice there in the middle.
Ooh, okay, we've seen.
No, it's all right. Move on. So yes, so this.
Okay, yeah, we've seen them before.
The relic envoy. Now you don't get to be, top dog in the.
I really like that they have
by kind of sitting behind a desk. So these guys are
the like teenagers in there.
They get there by merit because you don't go out into the mortal realms and survive to become a marshal unless you are an exceptional warrior and leader.
Yeah.
You don't like the basic infantry at all?
As well.
I like them. I think they're pretty cool.
You can make your own. Yes. You can kind of decide the storyline for them, and you can choose.
Zane, of course you can chat and
pistols, have they a helmet? Have they got a great sword, shield, great hammer?
I think it's a really good box.
Lots of options.
I've been loving all of the new Cities of Sigmar models that they've been previewing for us, though. So I'm biased towards the Empire.
They come along.
I love them a lot.
As you can see there with a little head in a box. Now that tends to be one of the family's ancestors that has a bit of experience, and they've been.
I actually did not know that.
Death rites has been.
Sigmar does have some really good cavalry units. I completely agree with you.
The squire.
Although I feel like Old World also used to do that. I feel like that's like fantasy in general has done a really good job with having amazing cavalry units.
For doing things wrong.
Fair enough. Well, we have seen this model before, though, so let's move on and see what else we've got. So this model is brand
I like this guy. I like this guy a lot.
Yep.
So I think you can gain some things just by kind of having a look at the miniature itself. It's obviously
I love
magical in some
what they did on the leather to make it look like genuine leather with like creases and like
mantra, where there is metal
hit and rubbed against.
These specialist wizards, they're basically seconded to the free guilds to use their magic to strengthen the metal in Sigmar's armies. So they'll make sure your armor is a little bit more resistant, your weapons cut a little bit better, because the mortal realms are full of Aurochs and Stormcast and all things that are bigger and probably stronger than you. So you need all the help you can get. He's got a nice little runic
I definitely
crucible
think I
there
might
to
get this box
help him
set.
influence the battlefield.
You think
But it's not
Sigmar
just
has
sort of
nicer models than
helping your own guys
40k?
that he
I
does.
can kind of see that. They
you can
have
turn your enemy's armor to lead. so they
sometimes
drop
more
to the floor,
dynamism.
or
I
you
would
can make it
definitely
incredibly
agree with you in
brittle,
that.
so their
The
weapons
bobbins.
shatter or melt.
It's the
He's
unit
a
cook.
very
Yes.
versatile
If
battlefield
you
wizard.
want
It's got quite a nice
alchemy
kind of
fire,
battered look to the miniature as well, which
that
kind of
lovely
he
leather
definitely
apron
does
to
have some
protect
kit
him.
looks
bashing
like a
potential
huge,
for
heavy kind of
sure.
Forge's apron, doesn't it? And even like the helmet on him there is quite kind of reminiscent of your kind of Stormcast helmets, but much
Oh,
more.
it is a
kind
little
of
reminiscent of
unsubtly put together.
Stormcast
It's like
helmets with the
hammered and
little
smashed together, so you can
Sigmar-y,
see the building materials
lightning
in it.
bolts.
There's almost like a welder's
Yeah,
helmet.
I like that he has a
But very
perfectly
cool, like, obviously a big
square
metal
block of
golden
iron
there,
in his
but a very
palms. Did you guys
interesting
see
take on a
that?
metal wizard.
Like, it's not that
'Cause we've
that
seen
is
a
a
lot of the,
staff or anything. Those are
collegiate
giant tongs.
sort of
Is he gonna
wizards
throw the
flowing
cube?
around.
Is that what it
Very
is?
kind of old school
Staffs.
wizardy.
Yes.
This is
It
a
is
little
kinda
bit
like a
more kind
halfling
of
hot pot.
grounded Mortal Realms wizard sort of thing. Very cool.
Oh
very cool.
yeah, no, I can totally see him
So,
converted to a
free
chaos
guild
character
steel
as well.
helms. Now we've seen a couple
100%.
of these miniatures before, but this is the full unit.
I
So
really,
for the
I
first
do,
time,
I
we get to
actually
have a
like
look
these guys.
at,
I know somebody in chat said
your
that they didn't like the
standard
infantry.
bearer
I
character.
think they're doing
You've
a
also
pretty
got
good
another
job
kind
with
of
them.
relic envoy.
I love the
character there at
shields.
the top
I love
right.
the look of the
What do we know about
shields.
the free guild steel helms? Now we can see the whole unit altogether.
So these guys are the basic infantry.
Cities is a bit
of
too
the
basic for
cities,
you,
and
German.
So they tend to have come from, say, the common
Akais?
folk.
I hope I pronounced that
Various
right.
preachers and stuff
I
have
can kinda
convinced
see
them
that.
to sign up,
I
take
feel
the
like
coin
they've gotten more
malleus,
detailed,
join
though.
the Dawnbringer Crusades,
Behold
etc.
the cube!
But this unit,
They
because
ponder
are
the
regular
old.
humans, essentially.
In this case,
they
the
need a
cube.
little bit more to get them going. So we've got the
That would be
steel
so
helm
cute,
herald
Michael.
there
Putting a
on the
grot in the
left.
little pot. That would be
And as you
amazing.
can imagine, walking into battle with both a trumpet and a banner. Not
Well,
the
it's Age of
sword
Sigmar,
or
of course
shield,
it's gonna
you've
be
gotta
round
be
bases.
the bravest, most loyal person there.
He puts the
The
cube in
flanks
the
have
soup
been
and everybody
essentially
gets power. That's
completely
how it works.
blessed
Yes.
By the cults in Barogan, as well as the
Yeah,
Order
no.
of Valoris, but
Chromos,
they also
number
tend to
one
have an
fan.
emblem
Definitely,
of
it
one
is
of the
Walter White
settlements
of
that has
City of
yet to be
Sigmar.
founded. So it's essentially
okay.
a promise that this unit will found
I
that
owe you
settlement.
one city, sort of thing.
Yeah. And then we've got the battle priest over on the right hand side. You know, as any good priest, you know, he can rouse the troops with a great sermon, but he also
Wait, there's a
holds
battle
that
priest in
relic
here?
there. Now, we've
Is-
seen in
wait,
the past
is-
that the
is
skulls
this
of
dude the
martyrs
battle
have become
priest?
a bit of a diminishing resource.
I guess maybe he
Whereas
is. His
a martyr
outfit
has
is
many
the
other
only one
things.
different. I guess that
Broken
must be
swords,
the battle
shields, bits
priest.
of armor, pinky
I love the
rings, that
banner
sort of
too.
thing.
I
So the battle priests bring
love
one of
what
them,
Games
and
Workshop
they
does with
do
their banners.
have a
And this one
genuine
actually
effect,
looks sculpted. Like I don't
both
think
from
the thing in the
troops and
center,
their
like
weapons. So,
the
you know,
lion
your
with the
faith has been
S, I don't
proved
think that's sculpted.
I like it.
But
the guy
this
top right
portion
there
is.
got a sort
And
of
I
angry
love
innkeeper
when they
vibe.
sculpt
Yes.
those
You
portions.
imagine, like,
Also,
once they
this
start
I
the
feel like
settlement, he's the guy
this would be weird. This would blow in
dishing
the
out
wind
flagons
weird
of
because
ale
it's,
sort of
it's
thing
a
at
bizarre shape.
the new founded settlements bar.
He's put a lot of faith in his faith, as it were.
See you,
Not
little
wearing a
Mo.
helmet and
Have a good
whilst
day.
everybody else has swords and shields. He's got
The non-helmet guy. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I
very
thought.
Cool, very cool. Yeah, lovely.
I
little
guess
unit there.
is
So,
this?
here
Oh,
we are.
never mind.
This
I
is
was
the
gonna
Free
circle
Guild
on it,
Cavaliers.
but never
So
mind.
I'm
I
not gonna dwell on
love
these for
these
too long,
guys.
but- 'cause we have seen
These
this
guys
before, but
are
this is
so
your heavy
cool. I
cavalry, effectively,
really,
for
I remember
the
when they
Free Guild,
revealed these, and
Cities of
this was
Sigmar.
my favorite. But I do love
One
the
thing
dude with the
worth noting
banner,
about
and
this
I
kit,
love
it's a very,
this
very
woman.
flexible kit. You can put it together in loads and loads of different ways.
I
So
lied. I love all of
weapons,
them.
Heads,
I love
horses,
all of them. I want them
iconography,
all in my face right
it's
now.
all very, very flexible. So you can get lots of this unit and come out with a very different kit every time, effectively.
That's it.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, and then
The guy with the box on
inside
the
Cities of
box on the
Sigmar
pole
launch
is the
box,
pole
that will
convenient?
also be
Probably
the
not.
first chance to get hold of the new Cities
But it
of
doesn't
Sigmar
matter, he's
Battle
gonna
Tome.
wander
The
around
cover
with it
there you
anyways.
can see it's going to be a special edition cover, so it doesn't have art on it. It's got kind of heraldry of some of the cities. Some of the cities' heraldry on there you might
I don't know if I
recognise
like
from
it.
the
I don't
current
know if
Cities of
that's
Sigmar, some of
special
it's
edition
new.
enough.
A little peek at some of the rules.
I do think
there
the
on the
figures
page.
are really
If you kind
cool,
of
though.
squint, you might be able to make out some things. But a very
I like how they
rich,
didn't
very,
spend that much
very
time
packed
talking about the
battle tome,
knights
this
because
one.
they're
It's
like, well,
got
we've
lots
talked
and lots
about
of
these
units in
already.
it,
Let's move on, even though
representing
they're
the
the most
full
gorgeous
spectrum
miniatures
of
of
the
all of the
Cities of
miniatures we're
Sigmar.
showcasing you
Obviously
in this
covering
particular
all of the
box
units in
set.
the box,
But
but
screw
also
that, we're
the-
not going to look
the
at them more.
wider army, which
They
includes all
better
sorts of
show us
things.
the
Some
lady
of
on
which
her
we've yet to
goddamn
see,
griffin
some of
though,
it
because
taking
I want to
the
see that
existing
again.
Age of Sigmar range.
I want to see that and drool
One of
over
the things
painting
that
all of those
includes
feathers.
Is this new model as well, which is
Yes!
I think one of the
Oh my
best
God!
models of the whole year.
Look
This is
at
a
her.
Phenomenal.
Look at her.
Alex, what do we know about it?
Damn,
So
it's
this is
so
Talia
good.
Vedra, Lioness of the Parch, given that nickname by her troops. So
I
to a
love
degree,
what they
you can
did
kind of refer
on
to
the
her as a
paint
bit
job
of a
on these
Queen of
wings.
Hammerhall, but in
I
reality, she's
love
the first
what they
Marshal
did
of Hammerhall, actually,
for the
leader of
paint
the
job
armies,
on
and
those wings.
again,
Look
she's
at
achieved her
it.
position
Look,
through
it's
merit,
just so
starting off
good.
as
It's
a
probably
mercenary,
Photoshop.
working her way up.
Shit,
A
it
little
looks
stint
so
in,
good.
some elements of politics involving 4 rather corrupt
It looks so
individuals
good.
getting killed, and then straight out back
I
to
want it
that.
so badly. I want it so badly.
She
you
comes with
guys. I want
a
it.
couple of options, a couple of weapons, as well as a manticore there, Infernodyne.
Infernodyne is a very
do
cool
love
name
the
for a
Manticore.
I think when we started out this year,
I
we
want
sort
one
of
too. The
suspected
bobbins.
that,
I want it
the
so
lion might be
badly.
the best model of the year, but I don't think that they
Realised which
everyone
one.
realised which lion it was.
I
gonna
like
be.
her
I think
helmeted
this is an
version as much as I
absolutely
like the
beautiful kit. This
unhelmeted
is gonna
version. Her
be
hair
an
is
awesome treat for
wild. It's
painters.
beautiful.
If you're sometimes there's a model which is
I'm
so nice
also
that you
really
just
hyped
go,
for
it
this
doesn't
army.
matter what army
I
it's in, want that
completely
army
understand.
because that model is just glorious, and I think this is one of those absolutely knockout centers.
Yeah, I think I called it a griffin earlier.
that
It's
you can
definitely a
just build
manticore.
whole collection around. It's going to look incredible on a.
Yeah, this is a really
She's
good one. They
really
have
good in
really
the
upped their
game
game.
as
The
well. So
feather
just
work
for a gaming piece
is
she's
so
probably
nice.
the most
I
competent
also
mortal
love
human in the
what
realm.
they're doing with their
I
wood
can't think of
textures.
many
Have you
others
guys
that
noticed that
kind
I
of
feel
come
like a
close
lot
to
of
it.
the
And even if they did
cities
come
of
close, they'd
Sigmar
probably be
specifically
Probably
have had
the manticore she's
a lot of
riding
their
is
armor
very
pieces
cool.
have had
We've
wood
seen manticores
incorporated
before,
into it,
kind of like chaos
and they've been
incarnations.
carrying a lot
This
of
is a
wooden
much more
things
kind of
around. I
noble
think they've
beast,
just
so
done
you've
a
got
really
much
good job with
kind
it.
of more proud, noble.
Oh yeah,
I suppose
you could totally use
realistic
this for
lion
D&D.
rather than a kind of
Absolutely,
chaotic, beast.
abso-fucking-lutely.
Does still have a massive scorpion tail on it.
I
so it's
bet you
definitely
could
still a
even
fantastical
potentially.
creature.
I don't
Very
know.
noble,
Well,
kind of
we'll have to see
eagle
this
pinions
through.
coming outside.
But I do wonder if
Lots of,
how
kind of
if you could end up
barding
having
stuff on
her
it as well,
not
so
on it.
Fits,
Like
even though it's
if
a
you could
kind
put
of
him
weird,
together, like the
mortal
manticore
realm
together,
monster, it still
minus
fits
her,
really
or
nicely
like
into the rest
maybe
of your army. You can paint it in the
magnetize her
colours
to
and colour
it so that you can have it be
scheme, to match
removed
it.
in case you wanted
Obviously,
to
most usually
just
she's gonna be
have the
wearing
manticore
colours
as the
of
beast
Hammerhall,
when
which
you're
is the kind
playing
of
with
general
it
force.
in like some
Should we
other
talk a bit about the
system like
options in
D&D
the-
or
in the
whatever.
kit, Alex? Do you want to tell us what's
so-
going on with the weapons?
So she obviously comes with a
I mean,
helmeted
exactly.
and
Who
unhelmeted,
wouldn't want to fly a
but she
giant
also has
lion,
essentially
scorpion,
3
bird
weapons.
creature?
So she's got the sword Parch Tongue, which is an artifact from basically the flame wizards, and it can burn anything except.
Zane, I take that as a
it's called
challenge.
such. She's got the axe Justice that was taken from the bloody Duke Brutar, and then she's got the hammer.
Oh,
of
yeah,
Zeal.
she
So
could,
this is
Ryan, you're
formerly a
totally
weapon
right.
called Warmaker from the
You shall
corrupt
name him
treasurer,
Gary. Excellent.
Venalius. But whilst it does inspire a lot of people because it's got a bit of a holy element
I
to it,
completely understand
she
that.
does have a habit of trying
Especially
to
considering
lose it.
10th is
However,
kind of looking
it
like it's
always
not going to
comes back
be
in some form or another.
Like a boomerang.
in the best
Yes.
shape. They have some
So
fixing
what
to
you
do.
might notice as well behind her is some heads inside that kind of weird casket thing. Definitely a recurring.
Some
theme,
head,
isn't it,
guys.
with
There's some
the Age
head.
of Sigmar that
Yes,
they
all
have
the-
heads in a box that they carry around.
Oh,
with them.
there they've
What are these
clarified.
heads
Thank
about,
you.
Alex?
So these again, they're martyrs' skulls, martyrs' relics. And as we've seen with an awful
Oh, there
lot of the
are
range,
some
yes,
like
they carry
like
around
heads behind her.
bits of
Yes, I do see
former
that now.
martyrs.
They're not very obvious, so
Fair
it
enough.
was
Right,
really
well,
awkward for
an
them to say.
incredible miniatures. We might have a little bit more for the Mortal Realms later on in this preview, but it's now time to
I suspect
take a
you
look
do.
at the 31st millennium.
Horus
We'll look at our-
Heresy. We're moving on to Horus Heresy, everybody. Another new knight? Because didn't we see one previously? We saw like a... I thought we saw a melee. Is this our shooty knight? Well, no, he's got melee too. Oh. I like the giant chainsword. I do actually like that blade though. Like, it almost looks like a vibro blade or something. I know it's not. Oh my god, they're beautiful. I do like the emphasis that they're bringing knights into Horus Heresy, like, immediately. And they are looking stunning, if I am honest. That might be something fun to paint for the channel. It's just like a one-off, like picking up one of the new Horus Heresy knights. Ooh, in plastic, sweet. I do
So,
love
two
non-resin
new
models.
Horus Heresy era plastic.
The knights, guys, the knights.
First
Burn
off,
the
we got
heretics,
Knight Acheron.
indeed.
What do we know about Knight Acheron?
Wait,
Alex?
I'm a heretic.
So the
Wait,
Acheron is
wait,
essentially a
wait.
terror weapon. Armed with its Acheron
Maybe not,
flame
maybe I'll
cannon
convert
and
it
Reaper
into a
Chain Fist.
Chaos
It's
Knight.
basically deadly.
It is a very
and it's
anime-style
terrifying.
blade.
The
I
speciality
like
is
it.
basically extermination, and their presence on the battlefield basically means no.
I
quarter is
love
gonna be
how
given.
gigantic
The pilots that essentially
this cord
have
is.
to
Like, this
pilot
cable.
this,
It's
'cause they tend
just...
to do it
It
involuntarily.
has such a weight to it. It's so good.
Basically
I feel like it fits the
because
knight
when
so
they
well.
sit in the throne
Someone
mechanical
should
of the
paint
knight,
one
they're
up like LA
infused
Knight.
with all the
Yeah!
horrible things, the massacres, the slaughters.
Oh, that would be so
that
cool.
these
Actually,
suitors
double dip. That would be
previously
so
did.
cool.
So you've either got to do it involuntarily as a kind of a
Michael,
form of duty,
you use them as great garden
it's,
gnomes. Oh
you
my
know,
god,
on a
could you
hinge
imagine? Do
to
you think they'd
embrace it.
actually like Well, no, that wouldn't.
So obviously
Garden
in
gnomes
game
aren't meant to be
terms as well,
scarecrow
this is
type
a,
things, so it wouldn't
a
actually do
short
anything.
range
That would
gnome,
be
so
so
it
fun.
doesn't have the kind of
I would not
long
want
range
to put that
firepower
expensive
that
of a
we've
garden
seen on
node
some of
out
the
though
other
in my
things
garden, where
that we
somebody
also
might
have in that
steal it.
army. But the flame cannon, very, very good at just roasting.
They have
the heads of
lanky
the
legs.
infantry,
They
and
are
you've got a
very
big
tall
giant
boys.
chainsaw there, which is quite happily chopping through enemy knights and stuff like that. So you can take out enemy armor, but you have to do it up close, sort of thing. Cool. So
You just want to play rogue
another
traders?
New knight as well on its way.
Feel like you
the
might
Knight
be able
Castigator.
to
So what do we know
in
about Knight
40k a
Castigator?
little bit.
So yes, this is
because I do
essentially
think
an
that
anti-infantry variant with the Castigator bolt cannon.
opened up
10
the
to blade.
usage
So
of
the
like
bolt cannon can
the
tear
Inquisition
through
and
even
Imperial
heavily
forces
armed
that are
heavily
non-Space
armoured
Marine /
infantry
non
and then
Imperial
go up
Guard.
close,
So
use
you
that
might
big blade
you
to
might
finish
actually be able to
everything
do
off.
that. Did you guys know
These
that you
guys
could
tend to be
run an
piloted
entire
along
list of just
stoic and
characters
venerable
in 40k now?
Knight
Like you
pilots,
can just pure
to
characters.
hold the line
Like a
against
full list.
foes that would otherwise
Ridiculous.
be sort of too many to deal with and would overwhelm the knights.
At least that's what I feel like I
So
read
both
somewhere.
of these new knights on their way in plastic. So these have been available previously in Forge World resin. Really nice.
We
kits.
don't
If you've
want
got the
Forge World resin.
kits, you absolutely carry on using them.
so
but the new plastic
I
ones
really-
have got
I'm
a lot of
kinda worried.
flexibility.
I don't know-
They'll be easier to put together. They'll be cheaper.
It's something that I've been thinking about
there's
as
some
they've
really
been
nice little
converting so
touches
many
in the
things
kit
that were formerly
you
Forge
can't
World
really tell from looking at the
exclusive
pictures.
into
One of
plastic.
the
I
things
do
that I quite
wonder,
like
like,
about
do you think they're
the
gonna
Castigator
close
is
Forge
that
World down the line?
chain-fed,
Like, do you think they're gonna get
into
rid
the
of
gun
the
is really
resin
flexible,
completely
so you can
and just be
put
like,
the,
we're shutting you down,
cannon
rolling
in
you
almost any position, so you
into
can have a lot of posability with that knight.
the
and still
main
have
company
your
and
belt
going
fed,
from there? Like, I don't
chain
know. I
weapon
feel
there
like that's
working really,
a
really,
risk
kind of posed any way you
with
like.
how much that they're converting
There are
from
lots and
the
lots
resin
of,
models
socket
that
joints
Forge
there as
World
well,
used
so
to
you can have a few
exclusively
of these in your
have
army and have a few of them running or
into
standing
plastic
back
stuff that we're getting
mid-slice
in
sort of thing. So
you know,
lend themselves really well to
the new
converters and
Horus
people who just want
Heresy.
to put them in a really cool.
And it's
place,
something that
because it's
I
just a
thought
really
about
cool
like when the
model.
Horus Heresy
Absolutely.
first announced
Towers over
in
the
plastic,
other
but
Yeah, it's about
it does
a head
make me
taller
slightly
than most other
concerned for
knights
the
as well. So if you've
team
got
over in
a
Forge
knight
World.
paladin or something, this stands taller. Primarily designed
Not that I've
for
ever bought
using
anything
Horus
for Forge
Heresy
World,
games.
mind you.
You
Like,
can use
I've
these
never
models in
supported
Warhammer
that
40,000
team
as well.
in that regard, like
but they'll be
monetarily,
released
but
kind of packaged
I
as
don't like
Forge
seeing
Heresy.
people lose their jobs, and I am kind of worried for
Very,
them a
very
little
cool.
as they do this.
We might have a little
over
bit
and
more
over and over
Age of
again.
Darknessy related stuff.
Not that I'm actually
later on
complaining
in
though, because I
the
do like them
preview.
in plastic. I'd much
But
prefer all these
before
models
we
to be in
jump
plastic.
Into that, we're gonna jump into the underworlds of Warhammer. And
Underworlds,
see what's,
yeah, show me some good models. Rats. Yes, yes. My plaguey boys are good. Okay. Okay, I like him. He's fun. He's cool. Aw, that's kind of cute. Those are definitely the two best sculpts of the batch. You know, they're good. I do like them. I do like him especially. But I'm not super wowed by them. Some of them are very closed in, like, I mean, they're rats. They're not going to be super spread out. But sometimes they get really wild with the Skaven sculpts. So, Weird Hollow, a new expansion. I like it. Not my most exciting, though.
So, a new Warhammer Underworld warband.
That's true. They
for
probably
Skaven
will always
clan
have, like,
Pestilence,
specialty items like the
floor
Titans and
pack.
stuff. That's true.
What do we know about these?
So this is Skabek's Plague Pack.
Plague Pack, sorry.
6 absolutely
I do
fantastic
like
brand
them.
new models. This is the first Pestilence minis in
It's a
better
long
part of a
time.
decade.
Yeah, long time.
I
As
think
you
my
can see there,
favorite is
with
actually
the
this
little
little
pet,
closed-in boy who's just
everybody loves a
gripping that
All the best
warp
Warhammer
stone.
Underworld warbands have a bet.
Indeed.
Like his life depends on
so
it.
the clan's Pestilence, they worship the Great Horned Rat in the form of the Great Corruptor, and what they seek to do is,
You know what? The
basically
more that I look
unlock
at them, the more that I
13
like
great
them.
plagues, which have been scattered by the Great Corruptor.
Thank you for
in
subscribing,
order to
Ian
basically bring
or
about kind
Ein
of disease and sticky apocalypse type thing
Besser
across
S
the mortal
Morgan.
realms.
I probably butchered your
And
name.
they've managed to
Ein, thank you
achieve
for
9 of them
subscribing,
so far,
and
following
Jacob
clues
Pan,
in their
thank you for
Leader's
subscribing.
Pestilent. So they're doing
Yeah,
pretty
no, Weird
well.
Howl's been out for this. This is
And
the new
Skabek has
expansion
basically
for it.
followed these clues down into
I
the
do like the
Weird
plague
Hollow.
monks. They're
So the
pretty
Weird
cool.
Hollow is the
Again, just not
tunnels and
not
caverns
my
and
favorite,
stuff
but I
that's below
do.
the
I mean, they're
Null,
rats, and I
sort
do
of
love the
infused
rats.
with
Why
the
would
same
everybody
arcane
have a
energy
fucked up
from the
eye?
Eye of Chotek. And down there you get all sorts of like weird lights that will corrupt and transform you, or the
They all have
temperature
their
will
eyes
rapidly
closed,
drop and
I feel
increase,
like.
freeze and burn
Like,
you.
this
So,
dude's
it's not the
eyes is
best place
closed,
to
this guy has a
go
blind
find
eye
things,
and a
but
closed
considering
eye,
these are the-
and this
the
guy
same
has a
group that
closed eye.
decided
Either
to,
that or they all have
steal
black
the hammer
eyes and they're
for
swollen.
Kragnos. They're,
Red Sampler, don't worry about being
they're
late.
crazy enough to do it.
We have
Fair enough. I mean,
seen
if
a
we dwell
bit
on the miniatures for a little
of
bit before we dive into
pre-guild
the rules,
from, or
Warhammer
the
Underworld
Cities of
warbands are
Sigmar,
almost
a new
universally
box set
useful
for Cities of
archetypes the
Sigmar.
faction that they represent.
For Age of Sigmar,
But
then we
these
got
miniatures are
our
really, really
Weird
nice. This is, I
Hollow
think, the
new
third Skaven
expansion
warband we've
for
seen,
Underworlds,
Warhammer
which
Underworlds,
includes
but
some
was the
lovely
first
rat boys,
Pestilence
and then we
one.
just saw
I should
some
say, we
very
haven't
cool
really seen
looking
much of Clan
Warhammer
Pestilence
Forest
since
Heresy
right
Knights.
at the start of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. They haven't really been in the limelight so much. But
Yeah,
it's
no,
nice
I
to see
think
some
they're
new
good models
miniatures.
as well. I agree. It might be the paint
The
scheme.
new
I think they're
models are
just
great. Like the
they're,
detail on some of
which
these
is funny because I
lovely. So
really
you
like
can see
green,
things
and I even like this
extended
more muted green
fingernails,
color tone.
like longer than other Skaven because they've kind of
I
like
think it's
grown
because
this kind of weird
they are
growth.
so
It's
small
rat priests,
and also
lots
robed.
of kind of cool.
Sometimes some of the
flowing
motion I
gas
feel like is
effects coming out of the
being
plague sets and
lost.
stuff that I don't think we really.
But
have.
I do
Like,
think
mine
they've
had
done
the-
some
the-
really
the-
nice
the
draping.
draping robes.
So I will give them that.
That kind of thing, because the
I think I'm
the
just being
original
overly
ones,
critical because I'm like,
the
this is
original
not
Plague
an
Monks,
oh my
as it
god,
works,
wow
obviously,
moment
quite
for me.
compact.
And it
Yeah,
makes it seem like I'm
had to
like,
rank
this
up,
is
obviously.
That's it. whereas these
shitty.
guys
These are
free
shitty
to
models, but they're not.
flow out and,
They're very good.
let the stench waft.
You've also got lots of
You
opportunities.
think they're gonna
there
sit
for
on the shelf?
Really nice kind of painting techniques.
They might.
What we've seen a lot of things like Golden Demon.
Oh,
is
my
people have
cat
been
is
using the
meowing
really lovely
like
models you have for Warhammer
a
Underworld to
banshee.
kind of show off painting techniques.
Jack,
and I
you're
think there's
fine. I love
nice
you.
opportunities here with things like
You're a
the
good
gas
boy.
clouds, but also glowing warpstone opportunities.
Don't
and
yell.
rusted and corroded copper oxide and
Yeah.
iron oxides and stuff like that.
He
and
sometimes
kind of
forgets that he gets
battered
fed, and then he's like, "It is
dirty
6.
cloth and rags
Why
and
am I
all
not
sorts of
being
stuff.
fed?"
Some really nice little narrative touches in the mix as well. So you've got.
You
like,
just want to
old
pop the stuff on the
silver
rat's
vents
backs.
and, I like the guy top right there.
With
has
their
got
little
some bookmarks
spikes?
in his book of plague, which is like, that's
Oh,
a really good
I
plague.
see.
I'll
You mean
remember that one for
these
later. I'll
things.
bring that
These
out on
little
special
like
occasions.
pustules or
But
whatever. I would not
really
suggest
fun,
doing that, friend.
evocative,
They
beautiful
worship
miniatures
plague.
that,
They,
are great in game as well. So here we go.
they love
So
the
look at
plague,
some of
so that would
the
probably
rules.
only
This
plague
is your
you.
boss, Skabic. And
Oliver,
he's got
thank you for
special
stopping by.
ability
Have a
called,
great rest of your
a
day,
Fowler. A
and
few of your guys
hopefully
have got this
you get to
ability
enjoy the
where
rest of the
you can
preview
stagger
later.
enemies nearby, just because the sheer unpleasantness of being within proximity of these guys is enough to kind of set
I'm
your
not
face
sure
back
they
a little bit.
sacrifice their rats
He's-
that
he's-
way,
he's
Zane.
okay
I
in
think
a
that's
fight.
more of an orc thing to do.
You've got quite a lot of models in the warband, so he can take the hits, he can dish them out pretty well as well, and you can see as well there that your inspire condition is about corrupting territory. So that's the thing these guys are trying to do on the battlefield is effectively get
I'm really surprised that on the artwork
models
that they
into
show an unpainted
zones of
model.
the battlefield
I
to
guess-
corrupt them, and then that gives you.
You know what? I
bonuses,
actually
not just
like
to
that.
inspire, but also some
I
of the
like
other
that because I feel like that encourages
it.
people who maybe want to play the
corruption,
game but don't necessarily
as I
have
say,
any
mechanic
desire to
works
do the
really
hobby
well for
side of
getting
it.
all their
It allows
glory
them to go,
tokens and stuff
cool,
as well.
they're showcasing models unpainted as well, which means that I can do
There's a
this
little bit
too.
more
Although
about how
in
that,
tournaments,
corruptor and befouler thing
do they
works
have
there.
the same
So
thing
effectively,
in 40k and
to corrupt a territory, you
possibly
basically
Age of
need to push
Sigmar,
some
where
of
if
your,
you
models
have a
into their
painted
other
army, you
befoulers
gain automatically
or,
like 10 points and
more of
therefore
your
can
other
like
friendly
completely
fighters.
stomp
So
your
the
opponent?
befoulers effectively the ones
You
with
vibe
those
with them,
plague
Miki?
sensors that
You know
are
what?
spewing out the
I'm
gas.
so glad to hear
The other
that.
units
I
are
think they're
just,
pretty cool.
The kind of common or garden.
Yeah,
plague
the skinny knights from
but
Forge
it
World,
also means you can
exactly,
use
Red
that little
Sampler.
pet rat to kind of scoot in and do a little
sort
bit
of
that
tall and
sly
lanky.
corruption while no one's looking.
Sneaky corruption.
A little bit about how they win their games as well. So there's a lot there about making sure that you've got corrupted territory or that you've put your befoulers in.
I do appreciate, even though it's not relevant
positions to
specifically to
kind of
me
play
because
the
I
games
don't
as well.
play Underworlds.
And
I
that's
just
it,
collect the
with
models
6 of
from
them
it
on
sometimes,
team,
but I do like that
got
they
a bit
actually
more
do
numbers
go
than
through
a
and
lot
show
of
you the
the, sort of
cards.
elite
Because as a
forces.
player,
So
if I
you're
was
able to
invested in
kind of
like
run around
actually
a little
building
bit.
this army
they
and
are
wanting to
tricksy, so they're
be
still Skaven. So
playing
they're-
with
they're
it,
quite
I would want to see
relatively
this.
resilient
So I do
to
like that.
being kind of a bit nurgly around
Yeah.
the edges, but they're still, they're relying on the numbers as much. as
Absolutely.
anything,
Why would you
and
not be able to use
making
some of
sure
the
that
models and
tricks
switch
go
them
their
out for
way.
the
So in a
older
straight
AOS
fight,
ones?
Skaven
I don't
probably
think that
aren't
would be a
gonna
problem
win most of
whatsoever.
the time.
No.
In fact,
But
I'm pretty
they
sure
never
that
fight in
that would be
fights, so
totally
it's always
fine. As
gonna
long
be,
as they're Games Workshop models, Games Workshop really doesn't
relatively
seem to care.
tricky. This is quite a fun card as well. This is the voice of the
That
Great
is at
Corruptor.
least my experience with it.
So basically, if your leader
Yes,
dies,
Miki. So what they have shown
one of the other
before
ones
this
can just take
is
his
we got to
voice and pretend
see
that it's
a
fun the
new
whole
box
time.
set coming out for the Cities of Sigmar
There we go. Right.
within
okay,
the
so
Age of
staying
Sigmar
in the Mortal
lineup,
Realms
which
for
had a
now,
bunch of knights, some
that was Warhammer
infantry, and a
We've got
brand
little
new
bit of something
model
to show you
with
from
a
the other Scaling
manticore
games set
and a
within
woman
Mortal
riding on
Realms.
top of it. It was
Something
really
new
rad.
from
I
you.
would
Right, take it
definitely
away.
check Warhammer community to see it. Cruel boys, cruel boys. Ah, it's a Warcry set. Awesome. Ooh. What the fuck is he carrying? It kind of looked like a tumor. And or a ball sack. Well, I'm not really sure. Show it to me again. It definitely looks weird. I do like these. Talk about, is it an egg? Is it meant to be an egg? Because it looks fleshy and they really made it look like a ball.
Yeah, so these are brand new Cruel Boys warband for Warhammer Age of Sigmar Warcry.
It's an egg. It's meant to be an egg, everybody,
really,
I
really
think.
cool.
That's not what it looked
These
like
are
in
my
that shot
members.
originally.
This is Oryx is my choice of army currently for
Oh, no
Age of
problem,
Sigmar.
Rots.
Um,
No
and
problem.
it's
Yes,
exciting to
if
see
you
a
are new
new
to the
warband
hobby,
for them in Warcry.
Games Workshop's
Alex
pretty
already knows about
cool
these.
about
So
you being able
Monster
to
Killers,
use
as their name probably
game or
suggests, is that
models
they
from
hunt
some of their
monsters
other
and
game
kill them.
systems
However, that is
in
not their
Age of
only
Sigmar
test.
or Warhammer
So
40k, depending
these
on which
guys
one they're
are big on
relevant to.
catching
But
monsters.
generally,
So,
anything
if you
from
wanna
like,
wrangle a massive beast, you send these guys.
is that
out.
wrong?
You'll notice a lot
Is
of their
this wrong?
weapons,
Isn't this like
they tend to either
or is
be
this
sort of
also
injuring weapons or
Underworlds?
the
I thought
harpoon.
I
So you've
saw
got
something
the
say
beast knob
Warcry.
up front. He's covered in various trophies and skins.
Am I
He
tripping?
brings the experience, tricks, traps, because these guys favour more. A little bit more
It is a
than
nut grot. Does it not
and
look
that
like a
trident,
nut?
as you can see,
It does.
is roped
Like-
to him, so he can throw it, and then kind of
Skewer them
reel-
onto
Have they
the-
not?
the-
No,
the-
they have
yeah.
not showed the old world
and
yet.
they
Do
work
not
very
worry.
well
I
as
think
a
old world's what they're
skirmishing
ending
unit,
with.
because you've got
I do like the
Null
I think it's a
howlers.
baboon
Those are
actually.
the monkey.
I think it's a
style,
red sampler. I think it might be a
characters
baboon.
there, and they give you a little bit of
Baboons,
speed.
in from my understanding,
Basically, the idea
are
for them is that
terrifying in real
they
life. I think they're
scream,
very
shout.
aggressive.
They're a little bit dangerous, but their main trick is to be both a distraction.
Okay, I
and to
thought
kind
so.
of
I was
stamp
like,
up
I
trees and steal legs.
swear
'Cause
it
you'll
should
notice
say
there you've got a
Warcry,
clutch of them,
not
because every good
Warhammer
warband needs a-
Underworlds.
something
Okay,
to
good. I'm glad that we all
either
saw that,
throw a
and
bot
I'm
at
not
the
crazy.
problem as bait, or,
You know
as
who
you
I
can see
actually
there,
think is one of my
it's got a
favorites from
egg.
this, outside of
Because
this
these
boy
guys,
with all of
they're
his
a little
junk
bit
on him,
cleverer-
is I actually
cleverer than
really
the
like
average
this
orc.
dude
So
with the
instead of
club
facing,
running
say,
at
some
you.
of the
I like the
mightiest alpha
dynamism of
beasts
the
of
like
Gideon,
angle he's running at.
why not
He looks like
steal
he's
an
got a
egg,
lot of energy.
freeze
He
it,
could
and
whack
then
me
it's
really
easier to
hard with
deal
a
with.
spiked club.
So these fit in with things like your breaker bosses,
That's it.
other kind of monster tamers within the Cruel Boys. They go out into
What
the,
is
the
my
wilds,
channel about?
find the eggs
Well,
of
Nico's
ferocious
my
beasts
channel
and
predominantly
creatures,
focuses
and
on
bring them back to kind of
painting
break your
miniatures,
dreams
whether
of
they
being
be
part of the
Warhammer
Cruel Boys
40k, Age of
That's it.
Sigmar. We
You've
do
got the
lean a
neck
little bit
slices there,
towards
they're the ones that
Games
essentially
Workshop
have those
products,
little
but I
green
have also
helmets,
painted
couple of
Shatterpoint
hides
and
from
Star
things
Wars
they've
Legion
killed,
and a couple other
but
Atomic
really,
Mass
as you can see,
games,
their job
as
is
well
to
as a couple of other like
to
random
corral
one-off
to kind
things.
of
Like I've
get
done
the
some
beast
Kingdom
in place
Death,
so that
etc.
snob can take it down.
And then we also
You've
do
also
like
got,
hobby
not shown in the
builds.
picture, you've got the
So
Border Boys,
oftentimes I'll be
and they were the ones from the
doing
video that seem to
like
be
scale
calling
model
out,
builds.
and
For example, I just
they're
had
things
a
they
Panzer
collar, they've got
T38
those
that I
guns
built,
they beat
which was
directly,
really fun. I also do a
basically
lot
as
of
a
live streaming on the
combination
channel,
of
so if you want to
distraction
ever do
or to
like
sort of
hang out with
deafen
me
and
while I'm
disorient
painting
it.
or
Like
building
lore sort of thing. So
either
if you get the,
miniatures
you
or
find like a
potentially
swamp dragon or
Lego
something, you
or
get to
other
follow
just
those
like
guys
fun
away from
things
its
that are
nest,
hobby
send in the drops
oriented,
to grab the eggs
that is
and,
what we're all
to get
about here.
them.
I also
Yeah.
have every
Very cool. So,
Tuesday
yeah, looking forward to
a
these. Obviously,
hobby
these will
news
also be
segment,
usable in
which
Warhammer
is like
Sigmar
tends to
as well,
be
so I'm
10
quite
plus
sure,
minutes
I'll be
of
picking up
just
some of
various
these
hobby
to use in
news
both
that you
Warcry
may have
and
seen
Warhammer
throughout
Age
the
of Sigmar,
week.
so I'm excited about that.
You're very
Great.
welcome.
Okay,
Thank you for
so
subscribing,
moving away
friend.
from the mortal realms, we do have something new to show you from the old world. So
It was the wrong
here is,
logo in the
a cool
splash.
logo.
Okay, gotcha. I missed what they said because I was talking to you guys. Are we doing Old World now? Is this Old World? Or is this more Age of Sigmar? No. Look at those beautiful Bretonians. Look at that fucking beast. I love his banner. I love how thick he is. I love his horse. I love his helmet. Oh, he's beautiful. Tell me if you have Tomb Kings to show me too, please. Look at that square base. Look at that beautiful square base. Are you only showing me one model? Glory to Bretonia! I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's one
for Bretonia.
singular
Nice to
model,
see
but
a,
I'll take it.
Bretonian hero on a horse. That's kind of how you associate them most of the time. Battle standards.
Okay,
of
you know
course,
what? I'm
an
actually
important
less
part
thrilled by the
of
banner.
Warhammer.
I think
If
it's
you
all
play for
painted,
Warhammer Fantasy Battle,
which means
so
that
it
it's
will be still
flat banner,
the
which means
Warhammer
I have to
Old World
freehand on it.
battle
God
standards,
damn it.
particularly
Well, that's
important
fine, I
to
guess.
Bretonia. it was always like a given that your army will have a standard of some sort. They love their heraldry.
It
There's
is
nothing quite
beautiful
as
though.
heraldic
Look
as
at
the
that
biggest flag
classic
you could
look.
possibly find.
That's it.
I've only painted. I have a
So to
very
bear the army
tiny
standard is-
collection
it's
of
an incredible honour
Bretonians.
and is usually
I
given to a key hero,
was
say an earl or a baron of note,
really
or perhaps a peerless warrior,
lucky,
like a
and I found
marshal or
somebody.
warden, because, as you said, particularly for Bretonians,
DJ
the
Todd
battle
P.
standard was
Harris, thank you
incredibly
for
important.
subscribing. Nikos
But
T,
even just as a hero
thank you for
model,
subscribing.
it was fantastic sort of centerpiece.
I definitely.
items.
I picked
You've
up
got a
one box
lovely,
set
nice open
of
banner
the
there as well, which,
old
if you're
world
painting, you'll be able to
Bretonian
paint
models.
in kind of whatever palette
And
and colour you
they
want.
came with a couple knights, and I've
One
painted
of the
one
things
knight.
that you'll be able to do in
and I
Warhammer the Old
loved
World
it.
is you can either kind of
It was
lean
so
into
much
the
fun, and
classic
I really
style
I'm
of
gonna be
the
painting
Bretonian
more of
army, which
them
is
once
every single
these guys are
model
out,
a pageantry
so that I
and a
can
colour
just
scheme
have
unto itself of
continue to fill out that
whatever
force. I
story
want to
you
know
create with that
how
character, or
small
you
the
can,
old ones are going to be
lean into
compared to
the kind
these
of
guys,
more fighting
since
that
everything
your,
keeps getting scaled up.
faction hails from,
Everything
which is
keeps
what's
getting
happening
scaled
in
up.
this instance where the model is wearing
The
a
edges of the
black
banner are
and
raised.
red
Yeah,
and
no,
you've
they
got
always
this
tend to do
huge
the
sword,
edges of
but
the
you've still
banners
got a little
raised,
bit
but
of space in
sometimes they
there to
do
kind of throw in
interior
some
detail
extra
work on the
flourishes
banners
and touches.
also
So,
in an embossed
and the heraldry
finish,
on,
which makes it a lot
the
easier to
specific
just
heraldry and the
paint
placement
and do
and
stuff,
the
and then I don't have to
heads,
freehand things. But
crest and things like
this
that
one
will
looks
be
like the entire
nuanced
center
to
is
that
just
specific
flat,
knight
and which
and his
means that
achievements and the
it's either going to end up just being a basic
Just looking at them
color,
there, the
or I'm going to
wires
have to
turned.
get good and do
The
some
updates
freehanding
to all
work.
of these old world models are just absolutely
I
fantastic.
think they look
There's
really
there's
good
whole
too.
fluidity of
I've
movement to them.
They're
I'm
very
glad
sort
that
of
they
static, the
feel
first
very
round
reminiscent of what they
all,
used to do with their
beautiful miniatures
horses
for the
previously.
time, really nice,
I
but,
completely am there with you.
Nice to see them kind of posed a bit more interesting than kind of just.
Oh, I could
walking
print out
forward,
the banners
which
and
is
glue
what
them
horses
on.
were.
Wouldn't it
Morning Star is very
deteriorate
fun
over
as well.
time,
It
though? I
looks
guess
like
you
it
could
would
seal
make a
it.
mess of someone as
Oh,
it kind of
yes.
charges
horse
past.
armor does
He's
look
got a
really good,
spare
Ross. I
sword
completely
as
agree with
well,
you.
just in case he's got a shield there
I think
too.
his armor looks really
Really
cool.
nice,
Like the knight's armor looks really.
heraldry
I
on the
love
helmet there as well,
that he's got this
phoenix,
leather piece
pattern to
here
it.
over top the
Got a
chainmail
crown
on
around
top
that, maybe royal
of
blood.
additional like
Could
steel
be,
like
some kind of priest in
full
waiting
plate
sort of
mail.
thing
Like
to
I
do.
love
We don't know.
the
horse itself
layering.
is really
I
nice
love
as
the
well.
layering of all the
More
textures.
detailed and,
It's one of my favorite things
very
about
interesting
painting is just
poses
being
as
able
well
to play
than,
with textures, and
most of
so
the
old world models,
plastic
especially
previously.
Draconian, are just
This particular model
saturated
is,
in textures,
full
and that's one of the reasons
but there will
the
be some,
stuff that we saw
plastic stuff on there
earlier
as well
for
for
the
the
Cities of
Sigmar.
Sigmar also really
Stick
excited me.
around.
Again,
We've got plenty
saturated
more
in
old world
textures.
stuff to show you as we.
Oh, you
approach
could
that particular
stencil stuff on,
Just
Ben. That's a
realised he had his own
fantastic
tattoo.
idea.
You got it. Well,
That is an absolutely
so you know
fantastic
this is
idea,
important.
and I might steal that
There we
idea.
go. Right. So that's all we got.
That's it.
That's all we got. I'm only joking. We've got another preview for you guys. So this is this I think is probably.
Then don't try to make a joke like that because that was not
pretty
funny.
cool.
Games
This
Workshop,
is
that
the
was
thing
not
that,
funny.
You might have spotted some teasers on for social media in the last couple of hours. So yeah, let's take it away and have a look at our last preview of the day.
Last preview of the day, everybody. We're going back to Horus Heresy. Oh my god, they are adorable. I'm sorry, they kind of look like the little panzer that I just built, and that was amazing. I want them. I want them so badly. Deploying this. Are we getting a new box? No way. Oh wait, this is epic. This is the epic. This is the epic. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at them. They were amazing. What? That's why they're so small.
So Warhammer, the Horus Heresy, Legions, Imperium,
Oh my God.
put on a new scale. This is a
want
brand
those
new
knights.
game, at an epic scale. Set
I
in the
love those
Horus
tiny
Heresy era,
tanks.
that will be
I've
launching
never been so
fairly
excited
soon,
for a tank in
with
my
a glorious
life,
new
and
box
it's
set.
so
And what you can
small.
see on
I
screen
can't
right
believe
now
it. What is
is the
wrong with me?
content
I
of that
normally am
launch
such a size
for the
queen,
brand new game.
but look how cute
This
those are.
is
I
a
want
really,
them
really,
so
exciting thing.
badly.
This is something we haven't really
Also-
done as Games Workshop for a very long time.
I want. Please show me details on the.
obviously
Please
we've
show
seen
me
epic scale
details
stuff before
on
in
the
the shape
smaller,
of,
the smallest boys.
Septus
Please,
Britannicus
please. I
and
need to see
Nautica.
details. I need to
But what
see.
we've got
Yes,
now is
30K.
the ability to
I
fully
need.
recreate
Oh my god, I
the
need to see
grand
details.
battles, the epic scale battles of the Horus
Games
Heresy,
Workshop, please.
with entire armies of tanks and troops.
Oh my
and
god, I
infantry,
want the tiny
backed up
tanks,
with Titans
everybody.
and
I want
aircraft and
them
all sorts of
so.
stuff. So, yeah, this is the box set. Alex, anything you want?
I
to
like
about
these
the
ones
box?
really right here. These are the ones that just do it for
essentially
me
these
so
are
badly.
two
Also,
armies
these ones
that
right
can
here. I
face
love
off,
these
or,
guys. They're so cute.
You know,
They're so cute,
could
and I
maybe
want this.
get the box yourself
I want
and
this.
combine
And look
them
at the little
together,
fat
because,
dreadnoughts.
say,
Look at
most
them.
of
They're
the
so
expeditionary
cute. They're
forces,
potatoes. They're little
that
potatoes
were,
with arms and
part of the
legs.
Renaissance Imperium, they had a combination of, say, Titans,
so good.
of Imperial
Oh
Army
my God.
elements, of the Solar Auxilia, and of the legions themselves. so there's no reason not to take all of these as one
I've looked into
massive force.
Titanicus a little bit,
So what we've got in the
but
box,
not
you can see
that
there's
much.
plenty of Space Marines there. They are painted up in
Honestly,
Death Guard
these
colours.
models
The
delight me
warriors
way
in,
more than
in
Titanicus.
red and grey are Solar Auxilia.
Oh, they're Titans.
And you've got some Titans
Oh,
at the
wait,
back.
those
The
are
way that
Titans from
Legions
Titanicus?
Imperialis
I'm so
works
sorry,
is that
CC.
you
I hadn't
take,
realized.
armies in
They're
detachments,
even
basically,
more
so you put
delightful
those
knowing
Space
they're
Marines together
Titans
into a
because they're
detachment
so
force,
small.
then
Look
you
how
put
big
those
their
Space Marine
toes
tanks
are.
together,
They have giant
and then you can have
toes.
them fighting alongside troops from.
Oh, I don't know. No,
Auxilia.
This is from this is the new Warhammer 40k epic,
So as you
or
say,
not
Alex,
Warhammer
if you want
40k.
to,
Sorry,
you can
Warhammer
get this
Horus
box
Heresy
and you can go
epic
Space Marines on one side,
is
Solar
and I
Auxilia on
think
the other
like
side,
this
and you can
is
fight
new
it,
epic.
or you can put it all together.
Oh
as
my
a
god, I'm
start
so
of a much
excited!
larger,
Ah!
Legions Imperialis army, which you can then bolt onto all sorts of other stuff. It won't just be this box. There are loads.
Yeah,
and
it's a
loads
new
things
era
on
of
the way
epic.
for
That's
Legions
what we're
Imperialis,
looking
to
at.
the
We're
point
looking at
where
new
you'll
epic
be able to play
models.
almost anything you can imagine. That's
Oh,
part
I
of
don't know
the
if they're the same scale as the Titanicus game. That I do not know. They kind of look like it though,
So these
right? I
guys,
think they kind of
whilst
look
they're
like
painted as
it.
Death Guard,
But yeah,
they're
they haven't
region-specific,
said
so
specifically
you've
that
got
I've caught.
salamanders,
But I've also been
things
talking
that's
over them
good-
the
you
entire
could do.
time. So
Absolutely. So this is the box set
I
itself.
don't care about what the box looks like. I mean, it's
Legions
gorgeous art.
Imperialis,
It's lovely, but please, can
I
we
think
look
back
at some
in the Age of
details
Darkness.
on those
Also
miniatures?
comes
I
with
just
the
want to
things you can
zoom
play
in
there as well. So
on
you've
their
got
little
the-
faces
the
and see
rule
what
book,
quality of detail
and
we're
you've got
looking at
those
here.
two
Games
armies,
Workshop, please.
And that will launch alongside a whole range of
Right?
of other great things that we.
I
also
love the
use
baby
to play the game.
dreadnoughts.
So let's
They
have a
are
look at some of
potatoes
these
with
models
arms.
in detail.
Yes!
We've really zoomed in on these. These models are very, very small. To give you a sense of the
Dude,
scale
they
of
actually
these,
have a decent
if
amount of
you've
detail.
seen the,
Although some of their
Titanicus
faces look a
miniatures
little
or the
jank.
Aeronautica miniatures,
Like, can
these
you
are in the
guys
same
see
scale
how
as those.
derp
So we're
this?
gonna
You see
start
where my
referring to this as epic
mouse?
scale.
Yeah, okay. I think you guys can see
they
my
are not
mouse.
quite the
Do you see
same
how derp
size
some of their
as,
faces are? Look at this beak
the
boy.
epic
He's like
models
smushed.
that you might remember from
got a little
20,
smushed.
30 years ago,
yes.
which tended to have
I
a
don't
fairly
care though. They're so
inconsistent
cool
size.
looking.
Yes.
They are sized.
I can't wait to see,
exactly
like,
in
actually
proportion
hold them in
to
my hand
the,
and, like, see
Titans
how
and
tiny, tiny,
aircraft
tiny
you've
they are.
already seen
You're
in
very
ratio to
welcome.
their size in the Horus Heresy game. So they stand pretty much bob on about 1/4 the height of their Horus Heresy Age of Darkness equivalents.
He's
So
like,
the
you know what?
scale,
That's fine.
is worth
You're right.
noting,
You're absolutely
but
right.
it
His
does
face
mean
is
you can
fine.
have
He is
enormous
like
graphics.
5 millimeters
So,
tall. You're
some
not
models
wrong.
on screen there. We've just seen some close-ups, some the command squads. These are the tactical.
Oh
legionaries.
my goodness,
And
they
you
are
get a sense there
delightful.
about how detailed some of these miniatures are. They are.
Yes.
You can work out what the models are, which is probably more than you could say maybe for some of the really classic epic ones. But you can see even down to
That's
like the,
probably true,
some
actually. I
single
have not looked at the
islands
classic
to
epic
single
ones. Like, I've seen
rivets.
pictures of them online,
It's
but I've never
incredible
seen them
what
in
the
person, so I have no
manufacturers
idea
allow
what the
them to do.
quality of scale is.
Chainsaws on the bolt
This,
cover.
I mean,
That's
the
it.
fact that you're getting
Each individual
individual
truth.
plates of
The bases
armor
as well are
and,
a
like,
little
as
bit
much
thinner
detail
than
as you're
you get
actually
for other
getting,
war
I am
games,
impressed.
that we make for
'Cause, I mean,
Warhammer,
these
and
things
that's
are gonna
because
be,
basically they just
like,
look better when they're
this
out there on the
tall
battlefield.
or something,
So
right? Like, they're
really,
gonna be
really cool. We got
tiny.
some assault marines there as
Tiny
well.
little boys. Oh, look at the little
you can see all the
assault
different
marines with their
weaponry and stuff,
giant ass jump packs on the
posed,
back.
and looking really cool.
Ah! They're so cute.
So I think if you're looking at these now, obviously these are quite zoomed in.
I can't wait to see our
But I would
potato
recommend,
dreadnoughts.
if you are interested in Legions Imperialis, once you start to see these kind of pop up in stores, and
I can't.
things,
We can't
really
call
get
it
hold of
epic
them and have a
anymore. It's
really close
Legion.
look,
Legions
'cause they are a
Imperialis.
wonder to behold. The level of detail on these is crazy.
That's it. I did think maybe we should grab a box and show it off on the turntable, but you wouldn't be able to see them.
Not really. Here we go. Some support legionaries there. So these ones have plasma weapons. I don't know who did the highlighting on those plasma
Ooh.
coils, but well done.
That's actually
whoever that
really
was.
cool. Also,
Incredible
holy
stuff.
shit! Look at the
So
detail
lots
they've got
of
on those
different
plasma
unit
guns.
choices within this box. You got some Terminators in there too, Cataphractii
Oh my
Terminators.
god! Oh my god! Their faces are. Oh,
And then you get
look
some
at the potato
dreadnoughts.
dreadnoughts.
So, the dreadnoughts
Oh
in
my
Legions
god, they're so
Imperialis,
cute.
are stand a little bit shorter than a Space Marine in Warhammer 40,000.
They're
They
so
are quite imposing.
tiny.
Obviously
So they're
compared to
roughly the
infantry,
size of a
but in a
Space
game
Marine?
that has Titans and Knights and all sorts of stuff, your Contemptor Dreadnoughts
I feel like you
feel
could have
quite-
done a little
quite
bit
sort of
crisper
small,
detail on them then, if
but
they're
still
this,
very, very
roughly
cool
the
fun
size
models.
of a
And
Space
even some
Marine.
options in there as well. So you've got las cannons versus assault cannons, all sorts of different ways.
Oh, you know what? I bet it probably
There's some
was.
tanks
It probably
in there
was
too.
hard to
You've got
copyright.
loads of really cool different choices.
No,
So
this is
some
the Epic
Sakaar and battle
40. This is
tanks.
not Epic
The tanks
40k,
are
Michael. This is Epic
particularly impressive,
30k.
I think.
Yes.
Although they're not calling
They've
it
got the
Epic,
same
they're
amount
calling
of
it
detail.
Legions
They're
Imperialis.
just size smaller, so you know if you have a
They're
hard time
tiny tanks.
Hating
Look at
tanks.
the-
This is
Oh my
gonna be
God.
the same. but
I want
smaller,
them so badly.
easier.
I want
If
to
you've painted
throw
up any
weathering
of the
powder on you all
aeronautica
over you.
miniatures or the
That's all I
Titanicus
want to do is I
miniatures,
just
you'll
want
get a sense
to
of
throw
the
paint
scale
on you
of
and then
the
throw
things
weathering
like the
powder in and
rivets
just
and,
look at my little round top
the sizes and
boys.
some of these, the level of detail. And
I
the
love
same
that there's a
kind of level of,
tiny space marine coming out of the top of this
fidelity and
one.
kind of perfection, I guess. As you see
Oh
on
my
those.
goodness,
These ones
adorable.
are painted up in Death Guard. Obviously, you can paint them up whatever colours you want. Some other little options there on the Predators. You've even got little
Hello,
guys poking
Michael.
their heads
Welcome
out
to the
top of
stream, by the
tanks,
way.
to kind of represent maybe commanders in the detachment.
It is.
that sort of
It
thing.
really is. They're
Really,
epic.
really cool.
It is epic scale for sure.
And then the other half of the box, the Solar Auxilia. So
Ooh,
Solar Auxilia.
honestly,
for those of you
those
not
look really
super familiar
good.
with the Horus Heresy, these are the human troops, the Auxilia that have been attached to the Space Marine legions
Oh,
to
that's
give them
really
some
cool.
backup. They're human warriors. By human standards, they're relatively elite, but they're not anything like the same level of Space
I mean, I
Marines.
guess a
They do
little
have
bit. They
pretty
would
good
kind of look
kits,
a little
so
weird
kind
if they were more
carapace
detailed and
level
the little
armor.
ones weren't.
They've got kind of based weaponry.
I
some
suppose.
extra
I
kind of
suppose maybe
special
you're
weapons and
right.
stuff like
Maybe
that.
that's why they chose to keep them a little bit more
And,
dirt.
vast numbers of them were raised from the solar system, which is what like a solar auxiliary
I
comes
also
from,
partially think it might be
spread
the
out across
the cutting
galaxy.
out that they're
Those
doing because you
ones
can
that were
really,
with the traitor
and
legions when they
this is
turned,
not
there's a
actually a
large report of
criticism.
those
I
like
just think
traitor
it's
alongside their,
very difficult to
attached
show
Space
off
Marine legions, so
this
they now
small
fight
of
on both
miniatures.
sides
Although
of the Horus
GW
Heresy.
like
That's it. It was about
invest in a really
fifth of all the army
powerful
elements were
macro
made
lens,
up
I
of
guess.
solar
If you're gonna
auxiliary.
keep
Two-thirds of them were
producing
stationed on
more
various
models for
walls,
this, because but like good lord, they
garrisons
do
and
look
that kind
really
of
cool
thing.
though.
So obviously when Horus set up the
Such
heresy,
a tiny
as it
scale.
were,
It's gonna be so
he
fun. It's gonna be
ensured
such a
quite
pain in
few
the
of
ass to
them were gonna
paint.
come with him at the same
I'm
time.
impressed with the amount of detail, like the amount of
so
edge highlighting that whoever
really,
painted
really
these
nice
did,
mixes
especially
there,
on
level of
these
detail. You've
models,
got some flamers
is
as
intense.
well, so you get some
It's
flame
intense.
sections. Great at kind of
It is very early in the morning. I have been up since 4
and you've got
30
some shock troops. I think these might be my favourite
AM.
of the Solar Auxilia, just because the concept of not
Lovely.
only do you have to fight a space marine, we're not even going to give you a gun. So we're just going to give you an axe and a pat on the back, and it's quite a good axe. You need quite good armor, but fundamentally they're still asking you.
I
to
do
do
feel
quite a
like
big
the
job,
ground
for,
that they've done. I
just a
kind of get what
human
you're
with
saying
that
about the
dimension.
mono
It's
base
one
as
of those
Ross.
things. So these
I
guys
think
are
part of it is because they
elite
have a
of the
little
elites,
bit of
so
line
they would
work
often
to
act as
indicate
sort of
big
bodyguards
panels of
or,
concrete.
as I say, shock troops, and particularly sort of. In
But
the
because
closed
there's
spaces
nothing
of
else going
bunkers
on
or
it, it
ships,
looks
you know, having a
really
power axe is a big
vast and
advantage.
empty,
But as
I
you
think,
said,
compared to
suddenly you're
them.
on this
So I kinda get what you're
vast
saying.
battlefield against Space Marines,
Thankfully,
and
you can do whatever
it's
you
probably
want on the
not gonna go your
bases.
way.
Yeah, but there's certainly a place for them, and against other.
Yeah, I
Solar
completely
Auxilia, they
agree.
hold
It
their own
does
very
really
well,
look
yes.
like sort of normal
We've
flooring.
got
Like it
some-
looks better
we
on
have
these
some
guys, and
form.
he
We've
even
got
has
some,
something.
heavy sentinels for the solar.
These
Auxilia.
sentinels look so
these
cool.
are,
He even has a little bit of something
forerunners,
raised
I
there,
suppose,
but
of
I
the
agree. It
Sentinels.
does look a
They're
little
all
bit
from
odd, and I
Warhammer
know
40,000, and these are
you know the
heavier,
Imperium, like everything is
better
scaled
armored, better
up
armed
to fit
Sentinels.
Space
They've
Marines
got
and all of that kind of
multi-lasers
stuff.
and kind of multiple,
So I get like the
rocket
floor
launchers on
panels
the
might
back
be
there,
humongo
and
compared to the
they give you some fire
humans,
support, basically, for
but
your
it does still
solar
look
auxiliary.
very
That's it.
vast.
If you're sort of in an advanced Vanguard formation, an Aethon Heavy Sentinel is probably going to be the only real fire support you get because it's the only.
Oh, what I was saying though about the
sort of
photo
a,
is that
yeah,
you can
mixture
see
of
where they've cropped it
anti-armor
out. Like
and
they've clearly
anti-infantry,
green screened these and
but,
pulled them
less
out
than
of that
0.1%
bigger
of the
image
tank.
that they had. And so I
Overall,
think
pretty
because
well.
of that, it's also
Yeah,
making
you can
some of their
certainly,
edges
put
look a
the belt on
little
enemy infantry.
Oh, yes.
soft compared to what they might actually
Very
be.
cool. Classic stuff.
Yes.
Lehman Russ battle
Look at
tanks.
them. Look at the Lehman Russes. They're so perfect.
Warhammer 40,000 for a very long
And
time.
have
Part of
like
the
a
lore of
decent
Warhammer.
amount of detail in them,
And
honestly,
you get a
for
chance to
how
have
tiny they are.
some Team
Lovely.
Wing ones.
Also, look at the
Your,
tiny
Legion
guardsmen.
Imperialis forces. They have loads of different weapon options. You can see a few of them there. You've got Vanquisher, standard battle cannon. You've got las cannon, heavy bolters out the front. You've even got some.
Oh, that
pinnacle
sounds fun.
mounted,
Marines, guards,
stubbers.
and Titans.
So loads of really
What
nice
a
little,
like a mixed
ways
army.
to
I love
paint
it.
these up. You'll notice looking at these miniatures, they are Horus Heresy era versions of
I
the
don't
battle
know
tanks.
if
So there's some
Dom is
subtle
gonna
differences
beat
between
Cody CC.
their
I
contemporary
don't
Warhammer
know.
40,000 equivalents. But generally speaking, for
Baby
the most
Russes
part,
are
these
very
these
cute,
the
aren't
Lehman
they?
battle tanks you know and love, and you can have
They are
whole
so
swathes
good.
of them in your Solar Auxiliary armies if you want to.
Ooh, the Malkador. So this is sort
See,
of.
I actually think the
originally
Malkadors look
the
pretty cool as
mainstay
well.
Of the Solar Auxilia, these were heavier tanks that were eventually sort of phased out a fair amount for the Lehman Russ because it was a little bit lighter, a little bit more.
I think they're cool
flexible
looking.
and
Why did they
better to
phase
use on
them
the
out?
battlefield. So these often got sort of relegated to
Yeah, you like the
strategic
Vanquisher a lot?
reserves.
Nice.
But obviously, as the heresy wore on, you needed to use everything at your disposal. So they all came out of storage. But they are still a formidable force on the
A
battlefield.
little bit of a stretch. Oh my
Again,
goodness.
loads of lovely little
Oh,
details on
it's
these
early
as well.
still.
So, different options.
I mean, it's not
for
as early. It's
spell
almost 7 o'clock
sessions,
now, but
for
good lord.
commanders poking their heads out the top of them as well. So really, really, really
You
nice.
could
little
red
kits.
sampler. That's a good idea.
And then we've got
Yes.
some Titans as
Oh,
well. So,
look at the little
Legions of
Warhound
Imperialis isn't just about
Titans.
troops and tanks.
I love their
You can
faces.
use miniatures that you have from your
Their little grills.
Titan Legions collection from Adeptus Titanicus. You can also, although not in this
Okay,
box,
so they
use
are from
some of the
Adeptus Titanicus.
The Horus Heresy era versions of the Aeronautica planes. So if you've got stuff like Thunderhawks and that sort of thing, you can put them into your armies. And,
There you go.
Use them as
You
Legion
can combine.
transports. The Warhound Titans that come in the launch box for Legions Imperialis have some new.
Oh my
weapons that we
god.
haven't seen
Chaos
before
Cultist,
in
I
plastic.
really like that
So you
idea.
have
Using
an
these as a
Ursus
setup
Claw
for a
there, you use some,
diorama
melter cannon, missiles, and
of Primaris specifically playing 40k, that would be
yes,
so
as you said,
cool.
these are
That would be
weapons
so
that,
actually
they've
very
shown off
cool.
before, but they've always been in resin. So this new plastic kit allows you
I
to have
don't
Ursus
drink
claws,
coffee
a
though.
matrix
That's the
shot
problem,
plants,
Carry On. I don't drink
Volkite
coffee.
Eradicator
I'll have
that
soda
you
later
can see on the right-hand
during
side. They've
the
got
pay-per-view.
missile
Oh, by the
plants
way,
with
Chaos
slow little
Cultist,
shudder
we have
missiles,
determined that Money
and
of the Bank,
incisor pattern melter
I
lights
believe,
for
begins
when
at noon.
Warhound
I
Titan
don't know if
Scout
that's the
Titan
pre-show
is
or if that
scouty
is
as a
the
Titan can
main
be,
show, but it doesn't seem
needs to
to
take out some heavy
be beginning at noon.
But those are not on the bases we recognise.
I know.
Yeah,
I
so,
really wish we would have
across
seen
the
Gothic
whole
return as
Legion
well.
Imperialis,
Battlefleet Gothic returning would have
range
been
of miniatures,
super
you'll
cool.
notice they have a brand new type of basing. The reason they've got that is basically the models are very small for the most part. So if you have a really thick base, it sort of distracts a bit from the model.
Okay.
So you've got nice thin bases.
Yeah, that makes
so
sense that they might be in
inventory
the Forge
doesn't
World
look too out of
catalog.
place. But to make sure that your Titans match, if you want to, you can base them on brand new Titan bases, which means that they are kind of the same level as the
What is?
infantry
I don't know
ones.
what this
So
symbol
they
is. I
look
just noticed
kind
it
of
on
in
this
keeping with the
Warhound
rest of
right
the
here.
army.
It's like it
You
kind of
can
looks like a
absolutely keep your Titans
constellation.
on the
Is
bases
that
currently are if you
a?
already have, Adeptus Titanicus army. You can
Is that
still play
a
with that.
factions
Another thing to note about the bases,
like
one
icon?
thing that's really
Considering
nice
that
about
this
Legions
one
Imperialis is
has
that
the
it's
skull
really
with
well
the
supported,
halo and
really
everything.
well
Is that just like
supported
an
with,
icon? I don't
terrain
recognize it.
offer. So there will be loads of different ways to build up cities.
What is
and
Earn
buildings,
Brew?
and like create a whole kind of.
I also,
dystopian
I actually
metropolis for
bought
your troops
some
to
gamer
fight
fuel
across,
recently.
and you could even
My
blow up
first
some of
time
these
having
buildings
it.
mid-game
It was pretty good.
and
I got
stuff like
the,
that.
it's like
So
a
you try and
D&D
kind of
themed one.
punch a
It's
skyscraper over sort of thing, just get
Ossia.
in their
Is
way
that
with,
how you pronounce it?
firing angles. This is the rulebook for Horus
So kind of like a
Heresy,
fruit punch
Legions
flavor.
Imperialis.
It's
The
really
rulebook
good.
will come in that launch set that we've been showing off. It will also be available separately. So if you
It's the
you want
Warp
to play
Runners
Legions
for
Imperialis,
Titan
but you
Legion.
don't
Thank you,
necessarily want the forces
Chromos.
in that box. You can pick it
Or
up separately.
Chromes. Sorry,
although
Chrome's number one
the
fan.
nature of Legions Imperialis
Don't know why I said
means
Chromos.
that,
I added an O to your
you
name. I'm so
can
sorry.
Mix in loads of different factions. So why would
It's
you
a house
Indeed.
symbol.
You could have a
Got
little
it.
bit of, your
I don't know
favourites,
why
which
I
would be,
did say faction symbol,
Legion
didn't I? Of
alongside
course it's a house. Of course
And
the
that's it.
knights are in
Chances are
houses.
whatever
I don't-
class you
or the
wanted to
Titans
go
are
for,
also in
you're probably
houses.
going to want to include some
Silly.
legions or solar auxilia in it.
I blame
just
the
to
fact
kind
that
of
it's
round it
super
out.
early and I
So
just don't know things.
The box is a good shout anyway.
It's a soft drink from
We will have
Scotland.
lots and lots about.
Can you get it in the
Imperialis
States?
on the Warhammer community website over the next few weeks? It is
'Cause it
a
sounds
whole
cool. What
game
flavor
system
is
that
it?
We're going to tell you all about. So in terms of the nuances of the rules and how that works, we'll be able to talk about that. There's a few questions I've seen pop up in the chat that we're going to just quickly be able to address. So there's a few questions there about the scope and scale of it. So this is a Horus Heresy themed game. So it's going to be
Red Sampler,
on
they
kind of
have said that
legions
you
and
can
knight
use your
households and
Aeronautica
Titans,
Imperialis
Titans,
models in the
rather than
game.
being,
Yes, so I do think it
Warhammer
should be the same
40,000
scale.
Base game. It is heresy focused. You will see lots and lots of stuff that is part of the Horus Heresy show up in Legions Imperialis. So if you have a favorite unit, chances are it will probably show up at some point in the.
All right, everybody pick a really
gonna be,
obscure
a
favorite
very big
unit
thing
from
for us
Horus
over the
Heresy
next,
and then
few months.
get real pissed at
And
Games
as you mentioned
Workshop
before, this
when they
is
don't put it in
big
this
scale, so the
game
idea is
because
that
they
you
just made a
recreate some
claim
of the
that basically all the
massive
Horus
battles
Heresy
from the
units
Horus
are
Heresy.
going to
Yeah,
possibly
absolutely. So
end
like
up in
the-
this game.
When you read
So
about
go
the
out there,
Heresy,
find a really obscure one, and
there
then
are some
harass them.
properly
Don't actually do that.
Yes.
Don't actually do that. Do not
There's
harass
things like,
anybody.
Istvan,
They are lovely
Siege of
people.
Terror,
But I feel like they
and
just set
Valor
themselves
and
up for
stuff
that
like that.
because
So
they
absolutely,
keep
it's
making
not
these
like 20
claims.
Space Marine
Games
Shogun
Workshop, I
battles.
swear,
They're
keeps
absolutely
having
amazing.
people
And the way
accidentally
that
make
this
claims.
game plays,
Like there's going to be a
we've
bunch
been
of
talking
things
before,
in these games
this
that ends up
concept
not
of
being in
you're
there,
taking
and I
a
feel
whole
like it
chapter
always
of Space
comes
Marine
and bites them in the
Yeah,
ass.
so, like,
So maybe
2
don't
Warhammer
make those
Titans
claims,
march
guys.
out and you're like, that chapter there is gone. 100 Space Marines just removed in one volley. But it's okay because you brought 10,000 to the fight. So
That's it.
Cool. Well, that is Legions Imperialis, and that is our preview for today, guys. So thank you ever so much.
It was
for
a lovely
joining us.
preview.
Alex, anything you're particularly excited about from the preview today?
Whilst Legions Legions Imperialis is amazing. Talia on
So I
that
was gonna pick the
Manticore is
Lion.
just beautiful.
Okay, well, I'm going to choose. I'm excited about the Cruel Boys, so I'm gonna buy some of those and paint them up and play some.
Biggest event since the
Obviously,
Horus Heresy.
Legions
Does
of
everybody
Morality is a
remember
huge
that?
deal.
Exactly,
Lots
Chaos
of other exciting
Cultist.
things on the way
Oh
for
my
the
god, that whole
so if
dumb
you're a fan
thing
of,
with the Psychic
Warhammer, Age
Awakening
of Sigmar, or
just
Mortal
blew
Realms,
my
loads of
mind,
stuff
and I feel like they
there.
just did that a little bit.
Horus
Not as
Heresy is
bad,
an exciting time,
but I
and
do
there's
feel like they
more
just did that a little
old
bit.
things on the way as well in the next few months.
I think they
to
just
tell you
need
about
to
too.
like
So
actually
it's a really
communicate
exciting
with
time
the
for
design
Warhammer,
team so that
even
they
if-
know what is legitimately coming, because I swear
Cool.
Games
Well,
Workshop's
all
business
that
is
remains
just
for me to
let's
say
keep
thank you
all
so
of our
much,
teams
for
in the
tuning in.
dark and
Everybody
not
who
have them
followed along
talk
at
to
home,
each other.
there are,
I
over
don't get it.
20,000 of you, so
I don't get
appreciate
it.
your time.
Okay.
Thank you, Alex.
This was a
joining.
lovely
Thank you for
preview
having me.
though. I
Thank
think
you,
we got a
Ralph,
lot of
for
really
making
cool
sure all
things
the
shown
chat
off.
worked, and thank you, Notley, for looking after people in the chat. And a final big thanks for everybody who tuned in.
You're
and
very
we'll see
welcome.
you again very
You're
soon.
welcome that we tuned in and we watched your preview, Games Workshop. All right, that has been it. Wow, they just stopped immediately, and we're done. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna close out of this. We're gonna get YouTube back open, and I'll put I don't know why I closed it. I'll put Mechanicus back on as we wrap up today. Mechanicus. Hey, look, there's my stream. All right, I'm going to put this music back on. We'll go back over here. So of everything that we got to see, you know what, actually, really briefly, because I know some of you... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Have you not started showing pictures? Okay, they have started showing pictures. Look at our beautiful Bretonnian knight. This is what I want to see, though. So this is what, if you guys missed the beginning of the stream, this is the major thing that you may have missed. We got a reveal of a box set for Age of Sigmar, which is going to be focused entirely on the free cities, and I really think it's cool. We've seen some of these models before, like we've seen these guys before. This is a new guy. We have a new alchemist, which is really cool. I love the pot. We have a reveal of a little bit more of our infantry, which we've seen a little bit of, but this is like the full squad. The priest is pretty cool. They did a big focus on him. This banner's rad. I think it's amazing. We got to take a look at the knights again that we had seen previously. I still fucking love these guys, okay? I just still love these guys so very much. But the big reveal was this, which of course they don't let me zoom in on because, hold on. What's the zoom in? Is it Alt? I don't know how to do it on this keyboard. I don't know how to zoom in. I'm sorry. I think it's, is it? Nope, that's not working. Control? Yes, I did it. I figured it out. Hold on. Okay. This is what I am very excited for. I think out of everything that we saw beyond the epic reveal at the very end, and by epic I mean the Horus Heresy version of the game Epic, I think this was probably my favorite reveal because I think this thing looks fucking rad. I want to paint this Manticore so badly, and I think she looks like a badass. And I just want to show a little bit of the details because it's very cool. Look at this optional assembly. I don't remember them putting that there previously, but it's kind of nice. So you can have different weapons options for her. Very, very cool. Yes, I figured it out, Ben. Thank you. But yeah, so that is, I think, the main thing that... No, there are no dates, Steve. They never give any dates. They will never give any dates whenever they do these reveals because that would be promising too much. There's inevitably going to be some sort of pushback or something, typically. But yeah, that was probably my favorite thing for those of you that maybe missed the beginning of the stream because it was happening so early, for me at least, that you may have missed. But I think the Manticore was probably my favorite thing. Let me know what you guys in chat felt was the most exciting. Were you most excited for the Age of Sigmar stuff, the Horus Heresy stuff, Underworlds, or Old World, which we only got one thing for? I think that was the biggest disappointment, was we only got to see a singular item. Hold on, let me...
The fact that you expected to see more than one miniature out of you.
We didn't get a Tomb King! We only got a knight, and before they have been showing us both Tomb Kings and knights, and we only have seen one Bretonnian, and I was really hoping for a Tomb King.
Yeah.
That's really what it was. That's all I was like, two. I want two models, guys. That's all I need.
I wish this was one of those cases where there was like one under the horse's hoof, just so we could like,
Yeah.
oh, there's the Tomb King.
Yeah, honestly, that would have been lovely. Like, if we had some sort of, like, Tomb King underneath, like, instead of a tactical rock, he was standing on the chest of a pharaoh or something. I don't know. That would have been cool. But I think... honestly, it was a pretty good preview. I think it really was a really good preview. Okay, I am going to sign off now because it is still very early in the morning for me. I am tired and I'm going to get prepared for Money in the Bank later. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, especially for those of you that also had to get up super early in the morning like I did, or were up very, very late because of the weird hour Games Workshop decided to go ahead and host this particular live stream. It was lovely having you all here, and I will see you guys next time. Now, before I head out, I do want to give a little heads up that no, there's not going to be an additional stream later today. I was thinking about potentially doing one, but I have decided I am too tired, and because Money in the Bank is happening at noon my time, it would cut into when I would normally be streaming. So I'm just going to go ahead and say no, we've had this reveal. I'm going to turn down my music a little bit, actually, now that we're not listening to... now that we're not actually in the stream. And so we're not going to have a second stream today. Although we will be back to our normal streaming schedule next week. So you guys can be looking forward to that. We should have a new hobby news episode on Tuesday. That should be happening. Not really sure what we're going to talk about yet, considering we've talked about this already, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful hobby night.